Hey, beautiful people. Good evening, guys. Welcome back to our channel. How's everyone doing? Good evening, good evening, good evening. I salute you all. Welcome, 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 Bodo fam. Good evening. Sis, Gigi, you're here. Very lovely to see you. I hope you're doing good. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here tonight. Please give this video a thumbs up as you are coming in. Thumbs up, please. Thumb the video up as you're coming into the studio. Don't forget to do that. Celine, how are you? We need to catch up. What's going on in Brazil? You need to let me know what's going on in Brazil. Welcome, Angela. I appreciate you all for being here tonight. Please give this a thumbs up. I hope you are well and doing fantastically well with your families and loved ones. We thank God. It's a new day today. It's the 27th of January. January is finished. I was saying it the other day that the year has gone very quickly. Abby, I did say it. Do you believe me now? Because we used to say that January is the longest month of the year, like 5 weeks. It goes on and on and on forever. But this one, is just boom, 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 boom. Maybe because there are so many events going on and, I welcome you. Thank you very much from Dallas. Uyi Ibom, you're welcome. So tonight we have a story regarding a man and his wife in Lagos, Nigeria. Blessing a pigeon I go spend though, because I go use because the last time I do this kind of story, YouTube had a problem with me. So this kind of thing, pigeon I ain't go good to use knack the story. Right? That's the couple there. When the going was good. When the going is going good, that's the couple, my people. Wetin dey happen for our country? Women don't they delete men. Women don't they delete men, my people. What is happening? This is too much. Wetin man go do where go make a wife delete him, my people? Wetin strong reach like that? How una see this matter, my people? So the story is of this couple that you're seeing on the screen. They say this man why they look so. The man no dey with us again, no. He not dey with us again. Now the wife, now he send and go early grave. They say her name na Munturayo. Just delete her husband though. Husband name na Alaba. They say na Alaba be the husband name. Mona dey look in face. They call him aka Bama. Na Abule Egba area of Lagos State. That's where they live. Abule Egba area of Lagos. He has a hotel, or they have a hotel. Let me say they have a hotel. Yeah, that's their hotel. They have a hotel. So apparently they just came back from a very expensive holiday in Dubai. My people, things are happening now. They just came back from a holiday in Dubai. Now in this woman come find out, say, and this issue of cheating, what would they talk up and down so every day, my people? Abi? Tolu, you say they forgot their separate you, Abi? Now their hotel be this, so. So now housewife she be, this woman one that they see so. Munturayo, now be her name, So let me read it to you. Wait till punch the talk. A housewife identified as Munturayo has allegedly don't remove her husband for life. Now Alaba, aka Bama, Abule Egba area of Lagos State. And Punch Metro gathered that the couple had an argument in their house, which degenerated into a fight. All right. Muturayo was alleged, what he do be say, he carry pressing iron. I never see this kind one before. They say she carry pressing iron. Eh? When they hot where you can't use them, take press in husband chest. After you don't give am some medication when make the man sleep. So first of all, she drugged the man. If I drug the man can't fall asleep. Now he carry pressing iron, take pressing chest. I have picture of my people. I don't know whether people have the mind to watch or to see the thing. No video self they here. Now the injury, now they say the man iron, hot iron when pressed. Now they say this woman don't carry table for this man chest. Take pressing chest. And the side of the chest where press and now where the heart dey. Hey, people get mind the wickedness they this world, oh my people. So now the injuries, now they lead this our brother. And the hotelier and the wife, they get 3 children, just returned from a vacation in Dubai. They go enjoy themselves for Dubai, come back, finish. Now this one they happen so. After enjoyment in Dubai. And they said that until Alaba's death on Monday, now it just happened Monday, January 14, 2022. Now he get that hotel where they call Bama Hotel and Suits in Abulegba area of Lagos State. But Punch newspaper is reporting that there are 2 versions of the story. Okay, as in waiting lead to the fights. Okay, because a man on social media called Kelly Hasino claimed that Muturayo discovered that the husband impregnated another woman. Okay, say the man give another person belle. Now wetin start the fight be that. They used to do happy families, not be small thing, no. They just came back from Dubai, so you can imagine that, I mean, their relationship is sweet like that. Okay? So he wrote on Facebook that the wife of the owner of a popular Bama hotel and suite in Abulegba in Lagos State, when his wife been deleted last night while he was sleeping, for finding out that he impregnated a lady. His family called Bama he had just returned from an expensive vacation in Dubai along with his wife and kids, 3 kids. They've been married for 8 years. Worst of all was the manner in which she did it. So she tried giving him drugs, drink. The man can't sleep, lost all senses. Then she plugged this iron. And when the thing don't hot, very, very hot, now you can carry and put for his chest, the heart part of his chest. I say, well, some people are just so cold-blooded. And then the person ended it and said, this is callous and disturbing. It's painful, cold and calculated. Dear wives, stop killing. Oh, no, see me now. He says, stop deleting your husband over infidelity. But another source, the police are now saying that upon interrogation, when they come and arrest the woman, Muturayo is claiming another story. Auntie is saying that they had an argument with the husband because he refused to sack a worker in their hotel. Yes. The earlier we begin to, we'll come to the issues later. The earlier that people know that it is okay for you to divorce, say if you divorce, say life no go end, the earlier we go stop all these stories, because now anyhow we go die, we dey here anyhow. So Muturayo just say the man refused to sack a worker in the hotel, so they had a fight, and then she can't use the hot iron take burn am. Now she can't call her husband after the thing happened. This woman is so cold-blooded, I'm telling you. She called her husband's brother, the younger brother, who had left the house to relax, before returning home later in the day. And when he returned, she said that they gisted and went to sleep. She said she had advised her husband to apply something on her chest. This is the story she's now saying now, that she told the husband to apply something on her chest. But he said that she shouldn't worry because it's a small thing. Maybe he had some pain there. I never know the kind of pain when iron they cure, hot iron they cure any pain. I mean, which kind of thing they there when they want iron come out? Now clots. She said that they were having fun with the husband, and then he suddenly started gasping for breath. And that's when they took him to the hospital. Now there the uncle for give up. Oh. She no agree say she even give the man anything to drink. She said she didn't drug him. So she didn't say any story about the husband impregnating someone or anything like that. She is now cooking up this story now, which to me is just a cock and bull story. It doesn't add up. I don't know what she's talking about. But the police in that area has confirmed the incident. They added that Moturayo and three other suspects have been arrested in connection with the crime. And they have deposited the body in mainland hospital's morgue for an autopsy. And the deceased wife and three others have been arrested in connection with what they suspect that they've done. It's a case of deleting man because of adultery. My people, that is the story. Oh. So this auntie just carry, you don't carry a husband, you're deleting husband. My people, in fact, the story was trendy, was on all social media platforms. A number of people sent it to me. And I said, okay, this is an opportunity for us to talk about DV against men. Okay? I want us to have a conversation about DV against men because we never have those conversations as we should. We talk about DV against women all the time, but we also need to talk about DV against men because men do suffer from DV as well. And it is rather unfortunate that a lot of men cannot speak out. Okay? They can't because they are ashamed. They are afraid of being mocked and being called names, weaklings or whatever. Now your wife go to beat you. Your wife go to beat you. So these are the issues. A lot of men, they quiet, they suffer inside house. They get wives where they're very violent because this Muturayo, no time is saying at the first time where they do this kind of thing. For a woman to get mind, to carry pressing iron where it hurts, take put for your husband's chest, irrespective of what the problem is. That woman has serious anger problems. And this is not the first time she's attacking the man. Yeah. I don't know how many of you agree with me. But this is my personal opinion. I mean, the way I read the scenario, I think that she's a very, very violent person who has anger issue. And make her speak pidgin. So you like pidgin? Okay. Not everybody they hear pidgin. So for women to carry no matter what, and we've established here over and over again. Say nothing person fit do for this life where go reach for you to delete and say, okay, he do this, he do me this thing, I make a delete and there's no justification for it. We not fit justify that kind of thing because now evil, you not give life, so you cannot and you shouldn't be taking it. So this Moturayo, he say your husband give person belle. Let me say would they say good though for men to they give belle up and down or for them to they step out oh, but there are other ways to resolve issues. Not be to give man something drink, the man fall asleep. Amen. When I think amen, so I get video now. Once see, I need to know. I need to put a disclaimer because the man don't already did delete. But the iron, the place where they press the iron, they in chest. So I need to know whether I get the stomach for him before I play him. So this is kind of a, this is a warning. If I not get mine to see him, let me leave it. I don't want to traumatize anybody, oh. But just for you to understand how this woman, the extent she went, man, some women, some women, in fact, they not get hearts. They not get mind, like, they not get conscience. Don't carry on your put for man chest. Some people will say show, some people say show, some people say don't show. Which one we go do now? To show or not to show? Should I show it? Now I want see. So that you go see the mark for the man chest. Where he press and put. Now I tell no say she knew exactly what she was doing. You not press and for anywhere else. Now where heart they did, now they press the thing put. And the way when the man said day, if not so, they take her and go hospital, it means say the man already sleep because he lie down. You not even wear clothes, now box as they wear or knicker. He they like buying, guys. Do you guys want to see? Yes? Okay. Now very short videos, like a minute or two. Okay, make a plan. I come out the sound because this our this our place where we do, so we gotta be careful with them because now then get the platform. So we train carefully. Right. Me, I never see this kind of thing before. Oh. One woman go, I think say now women they get soft mind though. Junior, you don't want see? Junior say no, make we no show. Don't show. And not be say that they go around. I mean, how many channels they figure? YouTube is massive. So the issue is about DV against men. Okay. So I would like to hear from as many brothers as possible, please. If you're here tonight, we need to talk about this issue because a lot of them I know they agree talk. Benga say I'm a UK-based gospel music minister and went through a divorce because it was getting to the point where we started detecting each other. So instead of you to put your hands on her, you walked out. See, today you can't tell anyone. Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Men know they fit talk. Generally, African men, a lot of them know they sabi to communicate. They know they sabi to express themselves. Even ordinarily, when yawa know they self, they know fit express themselves. Talk of when it can be serious issue like that when yawa serious yawa day. Men know they fit. A lot of them know they talk. Some men are very very talkative. They talk, but even when it comes to DV issues, it will be hard for an African man to open up. Because if friends go laugh am, that's the truth. But it's not a joke anymore because some women, they get bad temper. Very, very bad temper. Then they are uncontrollable. When they quarrel with their husband today, nothing they no go fling go. They go fling everything. I know one woman like before for Nigeria. If you and your husband they quarrel, you know what she they do? She break things for house. You go break this, break that, break this. You go break television. You go break until the husband tell and say, if you break one more thing, at the end, I will drive you. Marry another one before our body can calm down. It dey break things. You could not begin destroy things for house. So some women get violent temper where we say that they feel spoil things. And some women sabi fight past men. Some women are only mouth they get, they feel they make mouth, they talk. But some women, they feel handle man, they go beat man. And the man shame no go let them talk. You know when we in Nigeria where they laughed about these things, go they laugh, but it's not funny. No. There's nothing funny about it because if you no laugh about women own when they beat woman blue black, they no laugh about men. I beg. It's insensitive, and I think you need to really, really discourage people from doing that. I saw something online a while ago when some men come one Nigerian TV station to talk about they were talking about DV against men in Nigeria. They blur their faces. They muff their voice. They change their voice so that they go talk. In my mind, they are brave to come out, but this is not helping. If you want to make changes, then you need to set an example. Okay? If one man come out today talk, say, my wife beats me. I don't get power to fight this woman. She's a very temperamental person. They control himself because our upbringing different. Some men not get strength physically like that. Meanwhile, some women are agbero they be. They don't live for motor park before. So to them, to fight na everyday thing, no. To the fight na everyday thing. Or some men, their parents don't raise them in a way where be say they no fit ever put their hand on a woman. Okay? Their parents don't teach them, say don't do it. So they no fit. So some women go capitalize on that. When they begin, they take advantage of that. So men too, they experience DV. And that's what I want us to talk about. This woman on today, it wake me because most of the time, now women with the hear say men they delete. But it be like say some women too, they don't join, no. They don't they delete too. Oh. So this one, I know, in fact, I don't feel even imagine. I don't feel even imagine. You know, see, somebody say no policewoman where they beat, eh? They beat him husband because he be police. Maybe the man go the fear and go say, okay, if you talk, I go arrest you. If it's in Africa, for here as a policewoman, if you beat your husband, they go sack you. If the husband report, that's the end of your job. You go lose your job. But Africa now, everything are power. Eh? So this woman now, I just dey think and say before he reach that level, first of all they say he give am something drink. The man come fall unconscious. Maybe they feel say he need to neutralize the man so that the man no go get power. Okay? So that the man go, they unconscious. So if I neutralize in power, that's in physical strength so that he no go fit stand up, fight back, or do anything. Then he can't carry iron. Wow. I don't even feel imagine wetin she could think reach that level to the carry pressing iron, come put and plug and make hot where. Put her for the man chest. The father of your 3 children. If we did this life, if we did this life, not be say we talk say what did the man do? A good, but you don't delete her now. They don't arrest you now. Your children now, all of a sudden, after having a very good experience in Dubai, having a good holiday in Dubai, expensive holiday according to the newspapers. Then now don't come Nigeria now. You don't make you basically make the children orphans because for Nigeria, the family will make sure say they lock you up and they will throw the key away. You don't even need to go court. They go deal with you. Kay is saying that it's premeditated. You think so? That is premeditated. Maybe the man done they do before. As I look the picture, there's something that struck me in the picture when I was looking at the picture. I have the link is in the comment section. A lot of people who are new subscribers are asking me how to join our conversation. Please, if you are joining us from the first time, you can join by phone. If you use your tablet or your laptop or any device, not on television, there's a comment section. You see the link there. Just click on it. It will bring you into the studio, please. We don't do phone here. We don't do phone. As I look the picture, there was something that was, that struck me when I was looking at the picture. See them. See them. I bet you say the woman old, but she not old. Old. She not be, and if you say maybe an older woman, maybe in this kind of scenario whereby you go say, I build you up, finish, now me make you, now me help you build this hotel, now I make you call the frolic up and down, you don't go give woman belly. But even if that's the situation, there is no justification. The same way when they condemn and critically when man do am, we need to condemn it, please. Because at the end of the day, we get sons too. We are mothers. We have sons, and God forbid, we never ever pray that our children will have a encounter with women when they get this kind of temper, lack of self-control, anger management issues. No, we don't want it. Yeah, single-handedly. You see, this is what happens when people cannot control themselves. That's why anger is a very, very destructive emotion. They repair anything, they spoil. By herself, because how do you spin this story? The mark of iron dey the man chest. How you want to explain now? How iron take reach the man chest? Na only you and Ande inside house. How iron take reach man chest, I beg? How do you explain it? So she just use her hand to spoil. She pours answer for her garri. Oh. Serious one. Ice, my sister, good evening. Can you hear me?
Auntie B,
Good evening.
come on me for video, I beg.
I got come out to you. Okay,
I
you know,
never
say,
do anything today.
hey, yeah, Pele. Welcome. Go ahead.
Auntie B, let me mute the TV. Okay.
Yes, mute it. Please mute
Auntie
your
B, you
TV
see
when you
this
are joining.
situation like this. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. You see this situation. This thing started from childhood. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, when they're small,
Mm.
they do some certain things that are not good. But people will just laugh over it. Oh, this baby, this child. See this
Mm.
thing we do so very funny. They laugh
Mm.
over it, and the pikin will grow with that mind.
Yeah.
You see this lady now,
Mm.
definitely not be because of this thing will happen now. Make her really do all
Okay.
those things now. Accumulated grievances, things where
Okay.
the man go don't do, where go don't they keep. We don't they bottle them up. Then now you can't do the one you can say, I go show I go show you today. Say, I not be woman who you fit the way you just do like that, do anything with and just go. And probably she didn't even know say the man go die. She
Hmm.
go say one show and pepper, man, that iron, if you put, no, of people boast about it, say, I go give you mark where you take they remember me.
Hey,
Probably that was what she
Chineke.
was thinking. And see
Ha.
now, that's why they say people control anger. I really take side with people when they say check people's anger when you are dating them or whatever, when you are
Mm-hmm.
questioning them, check what they can do. You
Mm-hmm.
see people that when you are dating them, when you have issues with them, they can do anything and not say I was angry. Those are people you run away from. People that can do things without remorse and say, now you make me vex.
Hmm.
Now this woman has kids. How will you even explain? You do every day I say adults don't consider kids. They
Hmm.
just do things. How will you explain to a child that you kid
Because she
I
go dey talk for her mind say, I rather delete you than allow another woman to marry you or born pikin for you.
but the thing now is how will she even explain? Who will take care of those children?
Hmm. She don't turn to kiri inmate now.
Just who will take care of those kids?
And you know say
And you know
Nigeria
Naija
still
is stigma.
hmm. Hmm. Nigeria.
Anybody will go take care of those kids and we go keep them for us now. If they do anything bad, now the thing they cost them. They go, you and your mother delete your father. You
Mm-hmm.
and your mother delete your father.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Those
so
children life, you don't damage their children, their
yes,
life. Mm-hmm.
now very few children that go fit come out of those kind of situations, come out well and good. Because sometimes
Absolutely.
so you just take them because you don't even get choice. Really, you not get choice. You go take them, you can't day part of them, they can't day one kind. Man,
Hmm.
I don't even know what to say, but it's very sad. We should learn to control our temper. Everybody get temper.
Amen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody get temper, but the way you control me, the way I control my temper is I keep quiet. But people don't really like when you ignore them, as when you keep quiet, they will say you're not saying anything. You are say something. You are trying to control yourself.
When you don't start to raise your hand, that's where the problem is.
Huh?
Once you dey raise your hand, nothing you know fit raise. You fit raise anything. You fit throw something.
If you go
Hmm.
deep in this story, you will find out that this couple they've been fighting and having issues like this before.
They say na 8 years. They've been married for 8 years.
8 years.
Only.
Even if not 20 years, it's not a license for anybody to even delete anybody. If you had done something to you that you didn't like, there are many ways of addressing issues. And nobody is a saint. She thinks say she never do waiting something to the man will make the man vex. Apart from waiting we'll talk now, we'll say cheating. Why do women actually we know say cheating no good, but why do we actually feel we need to delete somebody to express our anger about cheating.
Nobody should delete anybody. That's completely wrong. There's no grounds for it. Not morally, not religiously, not criminally. No, no grounds for it. Thank you so much, Ice Ice. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
your
Auntie B.
contribution,
Well
my
done,
brother.
well done, well done.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hmm.
Ola, you're welcome. Unmute yourself, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Sister B. How are you doing today?
I bless God. Thank you.
This thing is, my sister, it's not just happening,
Hmm.
but like you said, there's thing I always see that anger is a word. It's just a word away from danger.
Hmm.
You understand? Right
Hmm.
now, what she has done, like the first caller said, she has made the children to lose both parents now. There's no excuse for mother.
Hmm.
You understand, my sister? I always
Hmm.
tell people, even as a Christian, you can't die in a marriage because it's not working. I'm a Christian, spirit
Hmm.
filled. When my husband misbehaved, impregnated the girl, and he was like, sorry, it's a mistake. I didn't say anything. He was surprised. He called his friend and said, this woman did not say anything. I didn't say anything. But when God saw that I've been cheated or whatever, I've told you my story a little bit before. He opened the way for me to come to the United States, and is back now in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And right now I'm just enjoying myself.
You
I
left
always
him
tell
in
people,
Nigeria.
and I left him. I left him. The slightest opportunity, I ran
This woman should have left him in Nigeria and left instead of this
because
one
I
that
didn't
she did.
talk. I
Mm.
didn't talk. I didn't want. In Nigeria, once a man offends you, you apologize. Once you offend a man, you apologize. You understand? They will tell
Mm.
you, he's a man now. Like my mom will always say, men are God created them polygamous, and I say no, no, it is not like that. So
Mm.
if you know your mental health is at
Mm.
stake with the man you are married to, I would advise women to, even if it's just separation for a few years,
They know they green leave.
sometimes the man head go correct small.
Our women know
You
they
understand?
green leave. They know they green
Aha.
leave.
I always tell people, when you say, I'm not leaving, at the end of the day, it's either the woman dies or the man dies. In this case now, the man is dead.
Hmm.
So I don't know. But one thing we'll do is we'll keep talking. We keep talking, especially the ones in the church. We are so brainwashed. My sister, when I got to the United States, a lot of things I sat down. I opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Hey.
So they are
Yeah.
doing something underneath. You
Mm.
understand, my sister? It's not
Mm.
everybody that has the mental health. Like I always discover people here, we have a lot of women there, mental whatever in Yaba, just
Mm.
because their men cheated on them.
Mm.
And
Mm.
another thing I will advise women, I'm at work, so I really just want to make it brief. Another thing I will advise women is when you are going to a relationship, just know that the man or the woman you're marrying is not an angel. They are not perfect.
Mm.
They are bound to make any mistake. You understand, my sister? That was
Mm.
what worked for me. That when my husband impregnated the lady, he
Mm.
was expecting me to flare. That was what made me to that.
That's
And
a really good strategy.
yes, it has
Mm.
happened. It has happened.
Mm-hmm. But were you
It,
going to, did you ever consider that if you couldn't go to the US, that you were going to stay in Nigeria, continue in the marriage?
the issue I had then, my sister, was I didn't have a job.
Okay.
I was as poor as a church rat.
Hey,
There
yeah.
was nowhere
Oh,
to go.
try.
You understand? And the man himself, after doing all that, now went that his boss was angry with him. He in anger, he resigned from a federal government job.
Yeah.
We all of
AD.
us now
That
stayed
one
in
no
the
be
house.
AD. AD. That
Now
one is
AD, my
AD.
sister.
AD
So
niye.
if I
Hmm.
had not, and I told God, my sister, I prayed one prayer. I said, God, just open one door like this for me to let this man know that I'm not a footmat that he has turned me into. Because he will tell me, if you know you are not satisfied that I have a child outside, pack your things and leave.
And
No remorseful.
that's why we talk about women empowerment. It's very, very
Yes,
important.
yes, not
If you have no means of surviving financially, you can't live. And it happens
yes.
again for abusive relationship as well. the other way. If not the man, even they beat the man as well, the woman no go feel
Yes.
leave, because what
Yes.
do you go chop when you leave? How will you
That
train
was
your
what
children?
that was what happened to me. So the slightest opportunity for me to travel like this, I told my children, my children said, Mom, go and take care of yourself. My children were young when I left. I think
Hmm.
I had 15, 13, and 10.
Hmm.
Those children saw everything that was happening. They said, Mom, go. Just go and take care of yourself.
Bio said that's why God blessed you with that American visa, to escape poverty, number one, the disrespect, and number two.
Financial abuse,
Mhm.
emotional abuse. If we abuse me, tire is an Ibadan man. When he start abusing like this, now go one corner, look at myself. When you started talking about the narcissist, you understand? That was when I knew I was married to a narcissist.
Hmm.
You understand? So, but
Hmm.
that one is by the side. But I
Hmm.
thank God that I had my mental whatever intact,
Hmm.
because I've made up my mind from the beginning that my joy does not come from him.
Amen. I
I
like that.
channeled everything into serving God.
Hmm.
I went to serve God, not man. So I channeled everything to serving God and taking care of my children with the
Hmm.
little resources I have,
Hmm.
my sister. So I've always advised women. Not because I don't go school, it's just it's something in Nigeria. I'm a
Yeah.
microbiologist. You
Hmm.
understand? It's just I couldn't get a job.
Hmm.
So it's so
Hmm.
sad when women, and like you advised, one day one woman said she left it only 5 naira. Even if it means just leave, it's better to
Leave.
leave.
Yeah. It's
Yes,
better
than
walk
to just
away. It's
yes,
always
walk
better to
away.
walk away.
Walk
Please.
away, my sister. Walk
Women,
away.
if you don't take anything away from Miss Ola's call, please, what you can take away from her tonight is that if the situation is so bad, he's philandering, sleeping around, what's damn Sam Yokosu, please just walk away instead of
Ah,
going to this extent.
yes, because
Because
anger.
if you delete
Anger is
somebody,
just one word
you
from
don't delete
danger.
yourself. Yeah, you don't delete yourself with
Yes.
that. Your life is over.
Because
Mm.
you know one thing they always say is that once a man is sleeping outside, he still loves the woman. But once the woman says, I don't do again, that means the woman is done.
Hmm.
As in done. If you know you are done, just walk away. The children saw what was happening. I left without them. I left them with their dad. You understand? The children said, go.
Hmm.
There are times you even if you can't live with the children,
Yeah.
just for your own,
Yeah.
my sister, the
Yeah.
children, they see everything.
Yeah, they do.
They see
And
everything.
that's what we say here on this platform. We say it all the time that some people say, oh, because of my children. Look, for plane, when you enter plane, they will tell you that if there's any emergency, put your own oxygen mask first before you put even your baby. Because we
Yes.
women now, we are so emotionally attached to our children that we would rather
Yes.
anything happens to us.
Yes.
So we say, no, we can't leave
Yes.
our children. If you don't stand, you cannot, if you don't
Definitely,
survive,
my
you cannot
sister.
save the
Yes.
children. You
Yes.
cannot.
Yes. That was all my kids said. As young as they were, said, Mom, just go and take care of yourself. You understand? And one day I was feeling guilty. I called the student, I said, I'm sorry, you're going in my absence. He told one of my friends, he said, I'm happy my mom is there. See the way we are enjoying now.
Oh, at least you are
My
looking after them from afar. I know you will
my
miss
sister,
them, but you saved
I will
yourself.
roast granite with firewood, roast granite to put food on the table. I will
Hmm.
sell kunu. I will carry on I will go to all these uncompleted buildings and be selling just for my children to
Hmm.
eat. She said it one day. One of my children said, I'm happy she's there. I'm happy she's there. We are missing her, but then we prefer her to be there.
Yeah. One day
So
you'll be
me,
reconciled. You will bring
by the
them to
special grace
America
of God, my
by the
sister.
grace
So
of God.
please, we'll keep talking it. You are
Hmm.
saying it, others are saying it too. Even if you
Hmm.
don't want to divorce the man, at least walk away to regain your sanity. If you need help, seek help. That's the problem we have in Nigeria. So there's no counseling.
No. Hmm.
Counseling for women. People go out there and go for counseling. Even if your husband, you have problem with your husband, you say, okay, let's go for marriage counseling. The man will be looking at you as if your head is not correct. Yes.
Thank you, my darling sis.
Thank you, my sister. Thanks for
Thanks for
all
this
you do. God
opportunity.
bless you real good.
Thank you, sis. Have a
Mhm.
good
Have a
day.
good one.
All
Bye.
right. Bye bye. So, Miss Ola has told you, please, Mona, no do anything. Oh, women, when they get anger issues, if you are listening to this, either you are in the studio now or you're catching this later, it is not acceptable. No justification. Because now play, Now the person tell the how they tell they talk that parable. Who go help me talk and now say na small now something they happen. I don't know who knows how to say it. Hmm? If you start small by saying, okay, you just slap her, or you hold his shirt. Women, they like to do that one for Africa. You just hold the man's shirt, squeeze his shirt for his neck. You just, that one too na abuse. Don't do it. Put your hands to yourself. No lift your hand up on anybody. It is not acceptable just because you are a woman. Don't do it. Muturaya don't throw in life away now. He and Kirikiri, they are best of friends now for life. Miss Lydia, you're welcome.
Hello, Auntie B. Good
Hi, sweetheart.
evening. How
How
are
are
you?
you?
I'm
I'm good,
fine,
thank you.
thank you. Okay,
Good.
so I just when there is like a homicide case, I'm not usually interested in what premeditated it or what happened. Someone has died and people need to bear the consequences for it.
Absolutely.
Irrespective you're a man, irrespective you're a woman, you're going to jail, you're ending it there. Justice must be served.
Mm-hmm.
And looking further into the case, when you played that video, I suspected the man already died before she placed the iron on his chest, because the iron spot was quite dark. It shows there was no oxygen flowing to that
Ah,
part of the chest, and so probably she
ah.
was trying to resuscitate him or trying to just do something stupid.
With iron?
I suspect that is a theory, because I suspect he might have been dead because he could have died of drug overdose or had a cardiac arrest in his sleep due to the overdose. And that's why I'm very happy when the family said they're going to run an autopsy, so they would actually know if he died before she put the iron. Because I'm not seeing a lot of a lot of blood. That place was really dark, and
Yes, it was. There was
yeah,
burn.
so
It's
it
from
was,
the
yeah.
burning. It's burning his skin. It's his skin that was burnt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's skin, but if the family should do an autopsy, if she killed them prior, and so she
Mm.
wouldn't lie it was manslaughter or
It's
something.
delete that we use, Miss Lydia.
Sorry, delete, delete. And so,
Okay.
in addition to that, I think DV against men is not, there is not a lot of awareness about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thank God for this Gen Z men. Some of them are already are trying to identify as women if they want to attack another woman. And I'm like, this is a wrong approach to it. There should be more awareness on it. A lot of women, like you just mentioned earlier, are motor park women. They are rats. They have
Mm.
bad upbringing. They have anger issues. Look at the other lady that stabbed her husband, the Miriam Sander lady that killed her husband because she found a photo. And there are lots of women. So men should try and endeavor to come out. If you're suffering in the marriage, you don't have to cover it up. Leave the lady, leave her alone, and just fight for yourself. It doesn't make you less of a man if you talk about what you're experiencing, and it makes you a better person for not raising your hand on that woman and walking out of that marriage. It makes you stronger than the situation.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, and that doesn't mean that women, aside from DV, there are lots of women that still kill their husbands on a daily basis, day in, day out.
Delete.
Delete,
Delete.
sorry, delete their husband. So, and moving on, I also talk about emotional control. Every single person in prison today, they are there because of lack of emotional control.
Hmm.
They cannot control their emotions. Even women, we should talk about, as long as we're working on anger, the part of anger management and emotional control. Just like
Mm-hmm.
what the last caller said, she kept quiet. She was able to conserve her emotions. And so emotions is something that when it overwhelms you, you do something that you might regret for the rest of your life. We should
Mm.
speak more and teaching women that we should work on our emotional control severely. We are more emotional than men, and we feel emotions more than men do because they are more on the logic side. And so working on that can actually make us know when to leave a bad marriage, what to do when we are in distress, and do not let our emotions be triggered unnecessarily. That is very important because everything happening in marriage, whatever it is, all comes from bad emotional management. So we
Mm.
should talk more on that actually. And also look at the children. Now they have no dad, they have no mom, and it's just going to create a more vicious cycle of abusive and mentally unstable people in the society. We
Yeah,
don't know who's going to
that's
take care of.
somebody's. If care is not taken, that's somebody's a Mongo Park in the future. One of those children.
Absolutely. We don't know
Mm-hmm.
who is going to. Okay, this is how it's going to cause a severe ripple effect. They might
Mm-hmm.
be in like in a family, and one of them start getting abused, and this person becomes. And Nigeria, we don't have proper foster care system, and these people get abused. And when someone is abused, you're exposed to certain vulnerability. You start thinking about yourself, and when you look back and say, oh, you stigmatize, oh, now that child were in mama killing papa be that, and all this shame and guilt from the society can build up in these children, and they start, so it just breaks a vicious cycle of mentally disabled people in the society. It goes on and on and on. And so that is why when we are getting married, people coming together, we should understand that we are not getting married for ourselves. If you're not, there are also children that are going to suffer the consequences of whatever decision you take. And so if
Yeah.
you're not mentally stable to get married, don't even do it. Not talk of having children, because you're going to suffer. And there are lots of women that have survived DVs. There are examples of women out there that even this popular singer Tina Turner, she was like the major head of DV. She left Ike with nothing in her pocket, and look at her life today.
Yeah.
You
Thank
can
you
do it
very
with
much, Miss
nothing.
Lydia.
You can live with nothing. I want everybody to just go watch Tina Turner's story and saw how she left DV and she became a badass out of it.
Thank
She
you.
used that energy to become
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And so we
Absolutely.
should
Appreciate your
just
contribution. Mm.
emotional control. Thank you so
Mm.
much for your time, Auntie B.
Thank
I'm
you,
sorry
Miss
if I took
Lydia.
too long.
It's
Take
all
care.
right. Thank you. You kept using the wrong words. That's what I'm even more concerned about. But hopefully, we are still safe. We are still safe. Thank you, Miss Lydia, for your contribution. Abiodun, you are next.
Oh, good evening, Obodo Farm. Good evening, my sister.
You're welcome. That was a very big sigh.
I know the thing weak me, my sister.
It weak
Eh?
you. Mm.
This is just the Bible says, "My people perish for lack of knowledge." She wasn't informed at all.
Now
She was
anger.
she was
Now
not
anger.
educated. I mean,
Mm.
we can't let anger have the best part of us.
Hmm.
Now life for life, oh, that kiri na time, oh, it go to oh.
Hmm. Which
Nigeria
one
na
be
life
time?
for
He
life.
dey there already now. Which one
Uh-huh.
be in that time? He
No,
don't already dey kiri now.
yeah, as in then go delete her too now with time.
Oh,
Now life
how
for
don't
life.
finish? How
Eh?
don't finish?
He
Move, just
just put
forget.
those children for only God knows what those children's future is going to become.
Because she couldn't control herself.
Control herself.
Hmm.
Like people have been saying, she should have walked away.
Hmm.
Walk away.
You don't. Hey.
Eh? Now when the man don't delete, he come marry him.
I don't know. Maybe not the case of when women go they say, if I not marry you, nobody go fear ever take you from me. All those kind nonsense talk.
Who lose now? Who lose?
All those kind nonsense talk. I don't understand.
I couldn't just imagine. Eh?
Hmm.
Oh,
You don't do
wow.
am. You don't do am.
Look,
You don't do am.
look at how beautiful she is, even. Eh? Man, no fit make shakara for this one now.
So, it dey pose now, but what the person mind, you don't know now. Now,
My
if now in
goodness.
front, now in face, you see, you don't know what they in heart.
They hearty,
Now in
my
heart be the cocoa. Now
sister.
heart be cocoa, not be face.
Now, so Jare, my uncle B.O., marriage is not the end of life.
Now
Eh?
the main problem with that. That is the main problem. We say
God,
women no go gree comot.
do you
They
know
no
that
go gree comot.
God did not say, I never read down for Bible where God talks say, if you marry, you go heaven. If you no marry, you go heaven if you no qualify to go heaven. Marriage is not a criteria. Eh? So why will somebody make it a do or delete affair?
Somebody say they don't give her life imprisonment. They don't judge the case now.
Coton.
Oh, okay.
Lobaton.
Justice is swift in Nigeria if you get money.
Exactly. This kind of person, if you just get people, if the
Of
man
course,
get
you go
people,
get
don't
people.
finish.
You go get people. Somebody even make comment for there where they post the thing for say maybe when inherit the hotel, and I make it bring out that cock and bull story. To think say they go believe him. But unfortunately, she not plan on well.
This
Now
is
God don't catch her.
premeditated. She don't conceive him already. She don't plan what she won't do.
Yes.
It's
Now person picking
premeditated.
now, no matter what you do, you go think about your own children.
Eh?
I know they feel reconcile. I know they feel I they struggle to reconcile like woman if you do this kind level of evil
You know,
for your
make
own husband
sense.
where you sleep with many
Exactly.
times Born
Eh?
3 children for. Ah, I
Throw
any
away
cow.
8 years for nothing. When they take marry.
Yeah, she threw her life away. Thank you so much, my sister.
My sister, well done for the good work. God bless.
Have a good evening.
You
Thanks.
too,
Yeah.
yeah. Bye.
Gloria, you're next.
Hi, Auntie B.
Hi. Oh, it's Gloria's husband. Calling you Gloria. You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you. Good afternoon from here in Canada. How you doing?
We are fine, thank you. How is Gloria and the family?
Yeah, okay, they're fine. Thanks.
Good, good, good.
I think I will come from slightly a different perspective, if you don't mind.
That's all right. That's fine.
Sadly, I'll start from a very personal close friend that I lost about 11 years ago through this kind of process. And a very close friend of mine while still working in Abuja, you know, an easygoing guy. He was in his 30s. In fact, when he's talking, if you don't go close to him, you can't really hear him. A gentle guy, an Hausa guy. Now, he started dating another girl somewhere in Kaduna, and we didn't even know he was trying to get married to her as his second wife.
Okay.
Why the wife, we all knew they were living together in Abuja. Interestingly, my friend was keeping a gun at home, which we didn't know until he passed away.
Jesus Christ.
Now, the reason he was keeping the gun, only God can tell, whether for his personal safety or what, but he had a gun. On this unfaithful morning, it was a Saturday morning, he decided to go and visit this lady. And the story we heard later was that weekend was supposed to be the wedding of this new wife in Kaduna. So maybe the wife got an intelligence or something, and they went into some fiasco at home. And guess what? My friend passed on from that is gone.
The wife carried the thing, go there, go finish him.
Yeah. Right in his house while he was trying to make that trip.
So the first wife did not know that he was intending to marry another one.
She knew, but she kept it under wrap and just kept playing along until that morning my friend was to make that unfaithful trip, and fight ensued. And that same gun now my friend was keeping was what was used to end his life.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, these Hausa women too, they are some of them are very, very, very dangerous. So
interestingly, this woman, I will tell you, the first wife was not an Hausa woman. It was she was a Southerner.
But she's a Muslim. Was she a Muslim?
She was from the Muslim speaking part of the South. So consciously she knew this guy was a Muslim. So religion was not an issue when they got married. So sadly, you won't believe it, they already had 2 kids then. Of course, she was arrested, and 2 months into her detention, we discovered that she was pregnant with the 3rd child.
Hey, Jesus.
So the question now was,
did it make it to the news? I think I heard something like that.
Yeah,
a while
if you
ago.
Go back, it was all over.
Yes, I remember she was pregnant. Yes. I remember the story.
Yes.
I remember.
Was a very close friend of mine. Close friend of mine.
Oh my God, she was pregnant in prison. She had the baby in prison.
Yes.
I remember the story.
Yes. So these things happen. And the question I ask, like my wife normally tells me, said, both of us came together based on mutual consent for us to be happy. I can't come into your home and become a source of burden to you. If I no longer make you happy, let me go. I think we must see that, we must see marriage from that perspective, that it is based on mutual consent for 2 consenting adults that want to stay together happily. But I think our society does not also help in terms of religion, in terms of families. Breaking relationship in Africa is very tough.
It's true.
So it's one way we also have to learn from. Another aspect I want to bring up, I think this is not anger to me. I would differ that this is anger.
Really?
Just like the topic we discussed in the last couple of days,
Mm.
when people use the word, I think our biggest challenge in our society is that there are no consequences.
Right.
We are very easy to forgive. We are very easy to move on. People will tell you that to err is human, to forgive is divine,
Yeah.
it's a sin. Bring scriptures in the Bible, but it's not true. We try
Yeah.
to belittle what has happened. There's
Yeah.
a difference between sin and iniquity.
Hmm.
Iniquity is the height of sin.
Hmm.
In my place, we call it okuhu.
Hmm.
So when somebody slaps somebody and when somebody kills somebody, it's not the same.
Hmm.
People will easily tell you that, of course, David sinned. No, that was iniquity. And what did David do? Go and read the Bible. As a king, he shaved his head, wore sackcloth, put ashes on his head, sat on the bare floor for over 40 nights. No wonder God said David was a man after his heart. There was genuine repentance. But we are very easy to compare ourselves to King David. But we commit our own. The following morning, we are taking ice cream and shawarma the following morning.
Even that same day, God, people will be saying, and it's women that will even be saying it there. Even this one that we just treated here on the platform, you cannot believe that even major, I don't know whether they are major now, because I've been looking at those ladies with one kind corner eye now since that day. When they were discussing the issue, you should hear what some of them, only one of them, incidentally, who is the Muslim woman, spoke truth.
Okay.
The rest, yeah, this is our society. We are not
Yes.
yet to judge him. It's expected, it happens, but we cannot, what can we say? Is how to move forward. You're already
No.
moving forward.
Yes.
You've
And
not
that is
even
why.
dealt with it. And you are
Yes.
talking of moving forward. Like, oh my
So
God.
that is why we are where we are. There are no consequences. People, there's means the men in our society. What happens is that people rise up more popular, they make more money. So why can't they change? There's no reason. So
Yeah.
the essence of what I'm saying is this is wrath. This is not anger. The height of anger is wrath.
It's rough. Yeah.
And
It's rough.
what is wrath according to the dictionary? He said extreme anger. Extreme. That's how it was defined. He said stern, fierce, deeply resentful indignation with vengeance and punishment as the bedrock. So
Why
this
do you
is not,
think that men don't speak about, when they are experiencing the same DV that we talked about? I mean, that we talk about that women are more likely to speak out. Why do you think men are so ashamed to speak about it if they are? Because I want to believe that this is not the first time that this woman is violent towards this man.
yes. I perfectly agree with you. This can't be the first time. It would have been happening. What happens is back to what some of the callers have said and what I have also said in my initial statement. The society does not help. We tend to tie our lives to what will people think, what will my friends say, and we forget that we are first in the equation. You need to be around to be relevant. What has happened now is that somebody has been deleted through this process. Even the person living now, the life is not worth living. There's a distortion. So the question is, what is the choice you want to make? Do you want to remain alive and be relevant, or you want to stay to please people and at the end there are consequences? So it's about our society, how we judge people, how we allow people to move on. So I just wanted us to distinguish between anger. Using the word anger,
It doesn't justify it.
doesn't justify it because
I understand.
he could have slapped the man, he could have hit the man. So there are differences. This is the height of anger, which is wrath. So there's something fundamentally wrong that could have been treated over time. Maybe you leave the relationship if you're not sure you work, or you go for counseling or something. So I just felt I should draw that line.
Thank you so much. Wow, that was deep. Thank you.
Thank you.
You drop this serious wisdom nuggets whenever you come here.
I
Oh my
appreciate.
God. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much,
You are
my
doing a
brother.
good job. Keep it up.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So a pastor in Nigeria made a very good example that I like. And he said, if Mopo, Mopo vex you, you no go slap Mopo. No matter what Mopo do you no go get liver to slap Mopo. So that means you are able to make that decision that this man, the way the eye they read, they don't smoke igbo, the eye ogogoro, all the ogogoro for this world, they don't drink am. With this thing where they carry for their shoulder, so they will not delete me. You go package yourself well, no matter what. They go see even they harass you, collect money for your hand. You go behave yourself for Nigeria. Okay? So if you know fit vex, slap mopo, why you dey vex slap somebody inside house? Now say true. It's about the decision that you make. And like our brother said, this is not even anger, it's rough. And rough is a deeper one, so much more deeper. May God deliver us also, because this woman, she used her hand like this to ruin her life. See me, see you. Because according to what our brother said, she was thinking that she could get away with it, no consequences in the society. But this one, she's not going to get away with it, unfortunately. Natasha, you're welcome.
Hi, Auntie B. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, love?
I'm doing well.
Good.
So I decided to call in for the show because I wanted to speak generally. I kind of caught, which I don't understand pidgin, so I kind of
That's all right.
I put it
As long as
together.
you remember those words that you're not supposed to mention.
Oh yeah, of course, no. But I put together what was happening based on the headline and what everybody's saying and stuff like that. But the reason I called in is because you asked a question. I wanted to touch on what you were talking about, especially male DV. And one of the reasons I like your show, and one of the things I like and I relate, is because I am a child whereby I've seen DV on both ends, from my mother's end and from my father's end. And I know I can see your face. You're like, well, how did this happen?
Ooh,
And
only you. I'm just wondering. Oh my God, only you. That's too much.
I'll explain to you how this happened. I grew up in
Mhm.
an African country, right? So when we were where I grew up, my dad, his way of dealing with things when him and my mom argue was to fight. And I remember one time his mom was there, so my grandmother was there at home, and that's how bad this was. His mom was there, and they got into a fight in the middle of the night, and it was one of those things you start hearing things, right? And then the fight exploded into like the hallway of the house. And my mom, it's so funny because I don't know why, in the middle of the fight, she came out to grab a glass of water. And my dad followed her. And somehow they were tussling. The glass broke in the hallway. And my mom literally, I remember when we all came up, because like I said, it was in the middle of the night, right? So at some point, all of us woke up. So me, my grandmother, everybody was in the house, woke up. And we opened the thing to see my dad dragging my mom. And there's glass on the floor because they have broken the glass. And he's dragging my mom into the hallway on top of the glass into the bedroom to finish the fights. So that's how their fights used to go. But then they stayed married. Then now we moved to abroad. We live in North America now. One of the first things, so my mom moved first and then my parents moved over. One of the first things my mom did, she had a list of grievances. At that point, they'd probably been married about 20 years or so. She had a list of grievances of all the things my dad had done. One of the first, so now she used to, be like, remember when you did this? Like, I know every single fight my parents have ever had because we relived it when the first 5 years after we moved here. And in every one of those 5 years, my mom should break things on him, should break dishes, she'd be angry because she was like,
So she was paying him back because
yes,
you are not in Africa anymore.
exactly. And one of
So
the
she's
first
got
things
more
that
power now. So she's basically taking revenge.
exactly. So
My
it was one of
God.
those things. It was like for my younger siblings, they were a bit confused, but I knew why she was doing this because, like I said, growing up, I'd seen back and forth. So it was very interesting. So like I've seen it on both ends, and that anger. Like when I tell you, like I said, they've been married like 20 years. She started from fight one. Like I know the first fights, like because she started from then. So that anger, women build up a lot of things. So just now, I gave you a little bit of personal history, but to get to my points, that what I wanted to say is one of the things I want to say is we should stop as Africans humanizing what is not human. And what I mean by this is a lot of these people, right? And I'm not talking in general. A lot of these people have lived through generational trauma. So some women see their mothers, go through this polygamy thing like we're talking about before. They suffer, they do this, they probably the children, they suffer, or the dad leaves. Like for example, my mom was a was a child of divorce, and watching her mom struggle when she lived with relatives, da 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 da. So it's one of those things that now, because what usually happens is with kids, you just be like, oh, you survive, right? But these kids have this anger and this hurt inside them. They now go get married, and now their husband wants to do the same things to them. They'll be like, you're not going to get away with it. I'm not going to go through what my mother went through. There's an aspect of generational trauma that people have, that some people, and I'm not saying, because I feel like, I'd like to preface this, I think this woman was evil. I would like to also to say, just because of the nature of how everything's done. But I just want to say that the mindset of what these people have, because like I said, I've seen it in my own family, and I've tried to make sense of what was going on.
Are your parents still together?
Yeah, so but that's a different story.
They are still together and abusing one another.
No, you know what?
Or are they retired from the fights now?
5 years, and after she felt like she had gotten her comeuppance, they decided, okay, it's time to go into the future. And
did anybody think about the consequences and what this is going to have on the children? Why do you have your father did his own in Africa?
Oh, Auntie V, that's why I'm on your show, and I've been doing all this therapy. And anyways,
your dad did his own in Africa. Your mom did her own in North America, and nobody thought about how this is going to impact on the children.
No, my parents were the kind of parents I would even put the parents in the middle, like in the children in the middle. Sorry, so like you did this if you're on your dad's side, or you did this, you're on your mom's side, like that kind of thing.
So you had to choose.
Yeah, I had to choose. It was very dysfunctional.
That's very, very dysfunctional. That's terrible.
Yeah. And then another part I wanted to say, Auntie B, was society plays a part. The African girl child, even to today in 2022, and it's a bit better now, but they are ingrained to be identified with marriage and husband. So, and especially when you get married, you start building your husband. Do you know what I mean? So if you get married, Auntie B, and you surpass your husband in success and money, people will not be like, oh, do you know what I mean? People will even look at you differently. It's because as a woman, even if you're successful, you're not supposed to be successful past your husband. Then people start saying all these different things. So it's like women, what they tend to happen is, in order to maintain this balance, this fake balance that they've been taught since childhood, they invest in the man, right? So they put everything in the man. And then when the man now leaves, do you get what I mean? Then they're like, what am I going to do without him? Like, they've given so much and they identify this person. Then they're like, what am I going to do without him? So when the man leaves, they start to lose themselves. And then on top of it, the fact that I really think there's a true injustice in the way people look at divorce. A woman that's divorced, and a man that's divorced is different, especially a woman that's divorced that was a housewife.
Yeah.
A lot of the housewives, the people would just be like, leave. Well, I understand. It's not like I understand why people leave. It's I get why it's hard for them. Me, I'm educated. I live abroad. I know I can do my own thing. I live on my own. I do my thing. Do you know what I mean? But I understand why it's different for somebody else. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think there's a true injustice in people. And I'm not saying stay there. What I'm saying is society needs to, number one, start accepting divorced women as if they do not have a
African society. It's African society that needs to start accepting, and the part of it where it is so difficult for women is demonizing women.
Yes.
Making them look like they are failures. And it is not only men that do that. I have to say that. It's mostly women that do that, fellow women. And because they will tell you, no matter how poor and wretched they are, they will tell you, I did my husband's house. You their husband's house. So to them, it starts from saying marriage as an achievement.
Isn't it? Exactly. And then it's like, but also it's like giving women the opportunity to start over. Do you get what I mean? Like that women have, when they're starting over from a marriage, especially think about a marriage where they've built hotels, they've built an empire. Usually everything goes with the man and the woman starts from scratch. Yeah. And there's a true injustice there. Whereby like divorce laws in many African countries need to be reconsidered. And, and there's world society's attitude. And then the other thing, Auntie B, I wanted to say before I go.
Okay, that's the last one because there are other people waiting.
Yeah, but the other thing I wanted to speak on was you were talking about why is it men and domestic violence? Why do they not speak up when it comes to DV? And I think one of the things that you need to consider, men need to consider, is that majority of men only listen to men. They care about the opinion of other men. Women, we can stand up, we can do everything, but what they really want is the opinion of men. And men need to start modeling healthy masculinity, not only to their children, but with each other. It's men's inability to speak up is not because women won't hear them. And to be, a lot of women are very sympathetic to domestic violence, even when it happens to men. However, what many struggle with is the ability to accept each other, to be able to go to my other bro and be like, yo, this is happening to me. And that's where the disconnect lies.
Yeah.
I really think, men need to start opening up to them, you know what I mean, with each other. And it starts honestly with the older generation, you know what I mean, being able to model right masculinity. But you're tying that the people that are asking majority of the time for healthy masculinity are women, because
Yeah.
because women deal with men. Men tends to actually foster toxic masculinity between each other. So I just think if they really want the conversation about DV, it really should come from a
From
perspective of
men.
women, and then women
Yeah.
support that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Natasha. You downloaded so much wisdom as always. I appreciate you. You are so young. I guess, what came out of this very messy situation from your household where you were born, from your parents, is you've taken the time to learn and get help. And you are so, you're so aware now about these issues, so yeah.
Yeah. It's just life, and you relearn, right? I realized I was on the wrong path, and I don't want generational curse for things to repeat, because if you don't know
Yeah,
where you're coming from, you repeat it in the future. So
absolutely. Thank you, my
anytime to you.
darling. Have a good afternoon, love. Okay, we're moving on very, very quickly. I've got Leah. Hello, Leah. Oh, this always happens to Leah. Whenever I click on it, the thing just boom, it goes. Right. GB. Hello,
Hello.
GB. Hi.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you. Where are you joining us from?
I'm from the UK.
All right, you're welcome. What do you have to
I'm your
say?
next door neighbor. Okay,
Are
so I
you?
just so I just wanted to I don't know the story. I just joined you not long ago, but I have an idea what you guys are talking about, and I thought Natasha is everything Natasha just said is my story, except the America part and the grandma part. Every single thing she said is my story.
Wow.
And yeah, exactly to the teeth. Okay, well, the only difference is that they saw dad with the glass. Mine was the other way around. But
Hmm.
I've always known my whole life for that to happen. And sorry, it's just quite difficult, but it's okay. I About 10 years ago, I just wanted to share my story just so we know that we don't know what's going on. But just to touch on just really quickly, 10 years ago, I got married to someone. I was living in the UK. Somehow met him when I went to Nigeria, and we didn't really grow to know each other. My mistake, and we got married. And I found that he was a very, very angry person and a liar. And I don't do well with lies, right? So one day we were having a really, really nasty argument, and I was done. I was completely done. I just found out we were pregnant, and he, for some reason, he just wanted people to hear my voice because he was tired of people labeling him as a bad person. So he said, "Okay, why don't you start? Okay, sorry, I need to be careful now. Why don't you terminate me? Well, that's the word, right? Why don't you end me?
To
Why don't
remove
you
it. To remove
delete
it.
me?" Mm-hmm.
Mhm. To remove him.
And
Delete him.
yeah, to remove him. And I started screaming because my voice was already high. So I started screaming, and I was like, "I will do it. I will do it. I will remove you." Because I was already at the pit of my anger. And he went to the kitchen and he got a knife and he brought it to me and dropped it in front of me. And he said, "You said you're going to do it." That moment, in a split second, I was able to identify, my goodness, I'm so angry that I could pick this up and actually do what I said I was going to do, especially because I've been repeating it. But obviously, common sense went into me
You
and
were
I didn't
repeating
do
it
it.
before.
Before, yeah, because he came to me and he said, "Okay, since you're that angry, why don't you do it?
No, when
Why
you
don't you
said that
delete
you've been
me?"
saying it, why were you saying it previously before that day?
Because no, 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 I wasn't saying it before that day. I was saying it at that moment because we were having an argument and I was so angry,
Oh,
so I
okay.
was
Okay.
shouting.
Okay.
Then he said he did so many bad things at once. So I was so angry and I was shouting. Then he said, "Why don't you? Since you're that angry with me, why don't you
Yeah,
delete
just
me?"
do this now. Delete me now. Yeah.
Yes, delete
Okay.
me if
And
you're that
even gave you
angry with
what
me.
you are going to use. Wow.
And I started shouting, "I will do it. I will delete you. I will delete you. I will delete you. Come close to me and you'll see I'll delete you." And then he went to the kitchen and brought it to me. I said, "Do it if in that
That's
case."
that's serious temptation, man.
Exactly. So I was already very angry that I would have used that anger to do it because I have never been so angry in my life. And ever since then, I realized I was in the wrong place at the wrong time because I
Like,
was in the UK. Things were going well for me, and I moved to Nigeria. I affected my visa. Long story short, I found myself back in the UK,
so you,
and the trauma,
hmm.
the trauma I went through that time. This was 10 years ago. I can't go back to Nigeria because of that. I haven't stepped foot in Nigeria because every time I think about it, it, I haven't. I know I need help and all of that, but I've just put it in the back of my head. Like I've
So was it
completely
the
forgotten
marriage
about it
that
because
took you to Nigeria? He was living in Nigeria, so you went to marry him in
yeah,
Nigeria.
yes, I
I,
was back and forth. I was always visiting and all of that. But when I got married, yes, I went to Nigeria, and
hmm.
it wasn't long that I moved here and I never went back again. So I haven't. Yeah, I haven't been
I
to
thought it's
Nigeria
usually
just
the
because of
other way around that the person comes abroad. How come you had to go to Nigeria?
he was a mentally lazy person. He couldn't do anything for himself. He wanted me to do everything for him, and I just wasn't. I did try. Don't get me wrong. I did try. When I even moved here, he thought he was going to move with me, but he wasn't ready to do anything. He wanted me to continue to do everything for him. You know, I just I
Hmm.
just left him there because the whole thing it was like the trauma. Even after I left, I heard stories about him. He's gone worse. He's even been doing things that I can't say the comment. I can't comment on it here because I know that I can't use these some certain words. But I'm just trying to say that after then, because I came from that background as a child, I
Hmm.
tried so hard not to again repeat this,
Yeah.
this generation, break that generational code. So anything that has to do with anyone with a temper, any liar, I stare away. And because of that, I have a child, and I couldn't stay with the dad. I don't do conflict well because of that. And I know I'm happy being single. Don't get me wrong. I'm very successful in my career, but the fear when I see men and I want to have a relationship, that fear comes into me, and
Hmm.
I would rather be all by myself when I know I can control my environment. So I don't know
Hmm.
what happened between these two people, but that
Hmm.
could have been me. So I just wanted to just share my story and just know that there are some people that enable this behavior. Maybe it started with a fight. Maybe the person was trying to threaten the other person. Maybe they were daring the other person, and that person was, you never know. I'm not on
Hmm.
the side of the man. I'm not on the side of the woman. I'm just saying we don't know how this thing went, and I just feel sorry for her. I know that could have been me, but I'm so
Hmm.
happy. It's 10 years down the line. I haven't even heard from him. I haven't spoken or even remembered his name, and I'm at peace in my life. So
Is he the father
yeah,
of your baby?
no,
Okay. Thank you very
yeah,
much,
no.
GB.
We lost. I
Hmm.
lost it because
You
he was
lost, you
violent.
just cut
You
off
know.
everything, yeah. But what
Yes.
I can say, thank you so much, my darling. I hope you get the help that you need to deal with,
Mhm.
these issues. Sometimes you need spiritual and both, therapy and both spiritual help
Mhm.
in terms of praying, fasting, cutting soul ties, and delivering yourself from a generational, like you said, generational curses, especially if it runs in the family. But I wish you well. And
Thank you
there's
so
nothing
much.
God cannot do. Yeah. But don't be afraid because God has not given us the spirit of fear. He's given us the spirit of boldness, of a sound mind.
Mhm.
So just
Mhm.
apply yourself, get counseling, get closer to God, and you will be surprised. You will be surprised that with you, it will stop and that fear will be
I
gone.
hope so.
And what you're afraid of usually is what comes to you. But when that fear is gone,
Mhm.
then God will just open a way for you to meet people who don't lie or cheat or bring out the worst in you. Okay?
Mhm.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much. God
Thank
bless.
you for sharing,
Thank you.
sweetie. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie. So, what I'm going to say about what GB said is that generally you have no control about other people's actions. You don't have control about other people. You can't control what people will say or do to you. The only person you can control is yourself. So I'm glad that she was able to stop when that situation got very, very heated. Anything could have happened in the heat of the moment. Okay, the devil loves those kind of situation. Will be dancing and be whispering to you, do it, do it, do it. But thank God she didn't follow through and she was able to get herself out. So always think about not what the person is doing. You can't control that, but you can control yourself. So we're sending you hugs and love, GB. Okay, Sister Rita, you are next.
Yeah,
Good
Chief, good
evening.
evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, it is well. Today my tata is a power.
Itarapa o. Hollandis na itai.
Well.
Mm.
Yeah. In this kind of situation, I think, in my own opinion, I feel women, we should try our best and be speaking out because, like this situation now, what I've seen in this woman's situation is that she was just keeping things, piling up things, and she's not the type that talk. There's some women that they don't talk, they don't even complain. You understand? You don't talk, you don't complain, you don't want to say anything. It's eating you up and it's piling up that you'll be planning evil. Because even the Bible said that anger rests in the hands of the fool. You understand? So in this kind of situation, she will not talk, she will not say anything. At least she has kids. I know they're still young. At least the man brother is there. She would have, because when you share things out, you get relief. When you share it out, that's why they said a problem solved is a problem shared is a problem solved. When you share things out, you see that when you are carrying a lot of things in your mind, by the time you open your mouth and tell one person about it, you find out that you are a bit relieved. You understand? So because she was not saying it, the thing was just accumulating inside her mind. It's not just a one day thing. Even while they were in Dubai, she had plans. It is not just one day that the man just did something and she carried out no, it is not. She has been doing things already to the man that the man could not say anything. And she would just, because in marriage, I believe that, like, from January to the end of the year or in the middle of the year, you call, if the man do something to you that you don't like, you call him and tell him, I don't like this thing you are doing. Please, how can we sort this out? You don't need to start keeping and keeping and keeping. At the end of the day, you just explode like a bomb. That's exactly what happened to this lady now. And she had a guts to even go and sit down and discuss with the brother of the man. And she went in without even saying anything. You understand? Because she feels she has finished her mission. So it is a gradual process that has been eating her up, and she don't want to say anything. Maybe the guy has been doing a lot of things to her that she doesn't know how to go about it. Or the devil is very wicked. They say the Bible says he goes around like a running lion, seeking for whom
Looking
to
for who to
devour.
destroy.
They destroy. So the devil was just using her, telling her what to do, and she was planning what to do about it. That time, when you're angry, you will not even listen to yourself. You will not even think of the after effects of what you are going to do. Because no one wants to be in that kind of state. Look at where she's going to land herself now. Now she's not going to see the daylight. She's just going to be there. Is that a life to live? That's not a
Somebody
life
is
to live.
asking,
And at the end of,
Ace of Spades is asking, sis, what can women do to discourage fellow women from doing this, from resorting to such acts?
yes, like I just said, I said, please, even if you are in a relationship, even if it's not married, if you are in a relationship with a man and he's doing things that you don't like, I think you try your best to sort it out earlier. You don't keep things to pile them up. If you do what I don't like
Communication.
now, all I should do is that
Communication is
I let you
key.
come
Yeah.
back. Yes, I let you come back home, and I make sure that you have maybe shower, you eat, and when you sit down in your quiet time, and I say, please, this thing you did to me the previous maybe 5 hours ago before you left the house, please, I did not like it. There is no man that you calm down, you humble yourself. That's why the Bible says that women submit, because men, they see themselves as a head. You understand? You have to learn that submission aspect by going to him and asking him, telling him, please, this thing I have done,
Talk to
this thing that you
someone.
did to me.
I like what
You
people are
understand? You
saying in
have
the
to
comment
talk to
section.
somebody. Yes, you have to you have to say something. You have to say something. Because if you don't say something, he's going to pile and pile and pile. And when he's going to destroy you, because not just you destroying that person, you are also going to be destroyed. That's the thing.
Yeah,
You are
thank
also
you.
going to be destroyed.
Thank you, my
Yeah.
sister. I
So please,
appreciate your
we should
call.
help ourselves, please.
Mm.
Yeah, it is
Thank
well.
you. Yeah. Benga,
Yes,
you are
please.
next. Good evening.
Good evening, Auntie.
You're welcome.
It's my first time.
Thank
I only
you.
joined you. I joined you. I think it was 2 days ago when you was talking about Samuel Poso. Yeah, but
Thank you.
that's not why I'm here tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
You see, I think there's a bit of complex going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know back in the yesteryears, people talk about women being abused and that and that. That's been the norm for time.
Yeah.
And over the years, because of the information that women have gathered and have settled down, just like the lady that just came off said,
Mm.
people
Mm.
have preconceived ideas even before going into marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, I just came out of a nasty marriage myself.
Mm.
And to be honest with you, if I'm going to do it again, I will do it in a different way.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? And why
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that is because now look at this woman. She probably grew up hearing different stuff about if a man does this to me. And this all stems from when women sit down and talk. The counsels they give themselves sometimes, I wonder.
Hmm.
Because you hear women talk about, oh, I can't, at some point it was, I can't stand my mother-in-law. I would rather my mother-in-law is dead before I get married.
So you
You
think it's
hear,
someone that told her to do this?
sis, I won't put it past counsel that she got.
Hmm.
I won't put it past it because you find most young women today, yeah, you find these all things you hear them talk about. You'd be amazed.
Hmm.
And it only takes somebody giving one stupid suggestion to somebody and it settles down in your mind. Before you know, you're looking to take actions on the suggestions you've got.
Yeah.
It goes for men, likewise it goes for women. The guy that went and cheated and got someone pregnant, maybe he's been talking to guys and saying, this girl is not treating me right, she's not doing this. And somebody at the beer parlor or somewhere in Nigeria just said to him, you know what, this is how to deal with women. Because you hear it every time. You just
Hmm.
go and get someone else pregnant outside, and then she would understand. She will calm herself down. That's it. All comes from that, and probably he just took that advice, and that advice is led to his demise.
But what is an adult if you claim to be an adult, a mature person who is matured enough to be in a marriage or a relationship, committed relationship, whereby you just go with the flow? Is advice that people are giving, either male or female, that you're taking, that you can, is it that they don't have their own minds? They can't
Okay,
make up their minds?
Auntie, the scripture says the heart of man is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Mm-hmm.
All the heart of a man needs is look at, okay, let's go through scriptures, Auntie. The devil did not physically appear to Eve like people preach it. It was just a suggestion.
Mm.
He dropped it in her heart. And what did she do? She processed it over time.
Mm.
And when Adam came back, it was presented, it was exemplified.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's why the things we feed ourselves with does matter a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
The sort of information we feed ourselves with does matter a lot. Because
Mm-hmm.
if all you keep hearing is negativity, before time, you could be the best person God created on this planet. Before time, if that's all you hear, you will play it out at some point.
Hmm.
So that's why everybody needs to surround themselves with positivity, with good people,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
good counsels, godly
Mm-hmm.
counsels.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, I'm young, not so young, but I don't have friends my age because at the end of the day, what can you do for me? You can't give me the counsel I need because end of the day, you're gonna give me the roadman's counsel. I don't need no roadman's counsel.
So you make friends with people that are older.
All my friends are older than me.
Yeah, but maturity is not by age, though. You know that.
I do understand that.
Mm.
But in this day and age, I need older people. Because I
Okay.
know what my peers are doing. I know what my young folks are doing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you,
All
Auntie.
right.
God bless
Thank
you.
you so
I'll
much.
call you. I'll call you later because I want to discuss something with you separately. But I'll call
All
you
right.
later. All
Okay.
right.
Just
Thank you.
send a message because I don't usually pick up that phone. So
All
just
right,
send a
Auntie.
message, then I'll come back to you. All right.
All right, Auntie. Take care.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
for
my
all you're
darling.
doing. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sweetie.
Bye.
Wow. So this is where we are. We are here. And this issue of marriage, we can't talk about it. We can't, in fact, I don't know. There's so many issues around African marriages. Honestly, look at them. Can you see? This is when the going was good. Smiling, going to parties. You can see both of them dressed in the same outfit to match. Okotiyawo. You know, living life. 3 young children, marriage of 8 years. And all of a sudden, this happened. Boom. Uncle, they said, some reports are saying he impregnated someone. Someone is saying, Juma African bands. Okay, quickly, because I'm going to end now. I've got like 10 minutes more. You know, the link is in the comment section. Juma, come in quickly, please. And boom, just because one split second, women, we can do better. Please, we can do better. See, first of all, I said I'm going to bring my friend here. I have a friend in North America that I want to bring here because, as far as I know, since we've been growing up, she's the only person that I know that marriage was everything to her. She's always saying marriage, 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 marriage. But now, having lived in North America, I'm shocked at her orientation now. The West has a way of changing you, whether you like it or not. It happens sometimes it's subtle, it just slowly happens, but it does change you. And the other day we were having a discussion. She said to me that she said to her daughters that, marriage is desirable, but don't stress over it. If it happens, it happens. It is desirable. I was like, wow, you? I thought she would have been the one that would be hammering on, okay, by the time the daughters are like 25, go and bring your husband, but she's changed. And we had a discussion about what happened, why she changed her orientation. So we need to start by reorientating ourselves, our children. What does marriage mean to us? Because it starts from there, whether we like it or not. To this woman now, to her, marriage is it. Without that man, what life is she going to have again? Because I cannot, for the life of me, even think about what a woman, how you will sit down and conceive something so devious that, okay, because it stepped out, what will I do to him? The next thing is to delete him. So for her, she doesn't see a life without that man. She doesn't see any way out. He has a hotel. She's saying that they are arguing about a staff. Sack this one or don't sack this one. I'm sure they've had issues. It's not the day. My language, they say, it's not the day you pluck the palm kernel that it is ripened. You have to pluck it and keep it and leave it for some time before it will be ripe for you to turn to make to palm oil. So I'm sure they've been having problems. We need to reorientate. If you've got daughters, please talk to them. If you have sons, talk to them. It is a good thing. It's a beautiful thing if you find somebody like-minded that you share the same, interest, that you enjoy each other's company, you're gonna make each other's company, and you can build a life together. But if you don't work again, no, it is okay. It is all right. Your essence is not in marriage. God created you differently. Yoruba say ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ láàrin wa, ilé ayé láti pàdé ara wa. We met each other in this world. There is no marriage in heaven. Look, until we do that, all this wahala no go end though. There's another story now that I have. This one happened in the UK. Now the man deleted the woman. So it's going on everywhere because our culture, our society is pro-marriage. And anything that happens to that sanctity of marriage, whether the person is going through hell, stay there. Just stay there. It is not healthy. It's not sustainable, my people. It is not. That is the problem. I'm telling you. So this woman just took her hand and say, you, my dick belue. Jumai, okay, you are in now. Welcome.
Auntie B, good
Hello,
afternoon.
sweetie.
I always come
Nobody.
late. I'm sorry. See, I'm fine, man. I really don't want to call in, but somebody triggered me, and I said I was calling.
Ha, who
I
trigger you
wouldn't want
again
to use
today
the word
now?
I didn't want to use the word trigger. That is too much. Not really trigger, but just to
Mhm.
add to the point that the person, I wouldn't want to use trigger. I have worked so much on myself, so using the word trigger is even wrong.
Okay.
So what I want to say is, the guy that called last, everybody as an adult, you are responsible for whatever decision that you make. Either
Okay.
you have a bad friend, or you have a good friend, or you have an adult as a friend, or you have a little children as a friend. You are responsible for whatever decision that you make. And why did I say that? That says a lot about you. If I look around myself, and every friend I have are those that I wouldn't even judge them for not being married. Because I am married and they're not married doesn't mean I'm better than them, right? So if I
Mhm.
look around myself and I can tell that this person, I can evaluate the lives of people around me based on the decision that they make. Either they are married, either they are not married, either they are single or they are not single. So that tells of who kind of person that I am, right? Because I have this personal experience whereby this person will be saying, oh, all my friends, they are an adult, and all these adults are the ones that they have one in one way or the other divorced their wife in one time, and now they are regretting. And these are people that you are rolling with, that they are looking back and thinking that they should have make better decision. But what we're saying about men, they don't usually just come out. The only person that will tell you that, oh, my son, don't do it like that, maybe your father, not really a man that you hold in high esteem, or someone that is not your mentor, will now say, the last that 20 years ago that I divorced my wife, I shouldn't have. They will just let you go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Because why? My own husband will be telling me, oh, this man, when he sent his wife away, the woman now started begging and doing this. And these are the things that he's using,
Jumai,
to
somebody is
evaluate
saying
us.
that somebody is saying that
Yes,
evil
ma'am.
communication, Annie is saying that evil communication corrupts good manner. Do not keep
Honestly,
wrong people around you. You can be influenced
no,
negatively depending on
exactly.
your
They
group.
can be, yes. If you look around yourself, if that they are young, you see some very young people that they are so sensible that when they talk, you will
Like
even be looking and be
Olawale,
asking them,
we
what,
have them on this
how old are
platform.
you again?
Hmm.
Yes, and you'll be asking them, how old are you again?
And you see
Even
some
you
very
yourself, you'll be
old
like,
people and they are
uh-uh.
senseless,
They are
completely
so,
senseless.
oh
Hmm.
Jesus. We
Hmm.
have a lot of them in Nigeria. Patriarch society, that every advice they will give you, you will be like, and you have a wife and you have a daughter and you are telling me to do this. So it's really just to debunk what the other guy said. It's really not about the age, it's not about status. Whoever is wise, right? So that is one. And about this lady, I see this lady as someone that grows up in maybe in an environment that I mean, like maybe a parent or whatever, that's what she grow up to know. I say that. And the reason you being adult now, that you have grown up and you can say, I want to follow the step of my mother, I want to follow the step of my neighbor, or whatever the society is saying. I mean, this is just so sad. This is so sad. And that's why we need to our society need to do better by not encouraging people dying in the, I mean, would they now prefer this lady spending the rest of her life behind bar, or like Kathy that just walk away from her marriage and she's alive, she has her children, the husband is doing fine too, life
And they still
continues
trolled
without
her.
marriage.
They
Marriage is
still
not,
trolled her.
and
They
this
still
is,
cursed her.
yeah, they
Hmm.
still troll. That is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Which
Hmm.
one would you rather want? Someone
Hmm.
dying in their marriage, or someone that walks away peacefully, they co-parent children, there's no problem either whatsoever, you can marry to somebody else, I can live my life. Can we just stop this marriage of a thing? And honestly, our religion too, I don't understand. It's not Jesus himself find this lady at the well. She was with fifth husband or sixth husband. Jesus did not. I will be so shocked when we get to heaven. I can't wait to see heaven and see what the judgment will be like. Because all these people that will be saying
Oh my
that you
God.
cannot divorce, you cannot. What is the problem?
He said, I can't wait
That
to
is
get to
my.
heaven. I can't
I
wait to
can't
fit to
to. I
heaven.
can't wait to.
You
Me too, I
can't
can't wait
wait.
because all these people judging, all these people judging. This is
Please
God
wait.
that will judge.
Oh.
That will judge,
Mm.
right? And to me, this
Mm.
is God that will judge. And Jesus said, "You are with the sixth wife." Jesus find this lady in the
Sis
prostitute
husband.
house and
Sis
say,
husband.
"Sister husband, See this husband, and this lady fan in the prostitute act says, whoever has not seen, cast a stone. Just leave people. Their destiny, maybe their destiny does not even allow them to marry in the first place, like Apostle Paul. But because of Ojukokoro, because of society, you are 30, bring husband, and now the husband is not working, the marriage is not working, and then let them just work in their path. Everybody have their own path. Leave people alone. All this, if there's one thing I thank God for, it is one thing that I leave Nigeria. I am so grateful that I leave Nigeria. Nigeria is something else because, and even Nigerian people here, they will still tell you, so now you leave your husband. How is that your business?
How does that
How on
change
earth is
your
that your
life?
business?
Thank you,
How's
Jimmy.
that your headache now?
Thank you, my darling,
Thank you, Auntie
Jimmy.
B. You look
You don't
so
download.
beautiful.
Thank you.
You
Thank
look
you,
so
dear.
beautiful. I'll talk with you later.
All right,
Bye, ma.
sweetheart. Bye-bye. Mudia.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mudia. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
Not too bad. Where are you joining us from?
From North America.
You're welcome.
All right. Just a little contribution to the story, right? I don't really know much about the story, but from the few contributors, I mean, the last two or three person, I will just make my little contribution.
Yeah,
Now,
this
first thing
man.
first.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
man was the wife just by him. He's a hotel owner in Lagos, Nigeria. So allegedly he impregnated another woman. So the wife just used hot iron, drugged him, and
Wow.
then used hot iron to press his chest and just finished him. That's what we're
Wow.
talking about. So we're having a discussion about why men don't speak up about when they experience domestic violence, and we're also talking about why people don't walk away instead of going to this extent of deleting people.
Okay. Okay. And to be, let's get something right first. If anybody is in a relationship, right, maybe a year, 2 years before they get married, as the case may be, trust me, whatsoever happened during their marriage life, let's say in the negative form, that element was there during their courtship or during their dating. The problem most of us do have is this: we see those elements, but we fail to address it. We believe that, oh, we overcome
We'll
it.
change
It's
it.
never done that way. It
We
it
will
don't it
change
don't
it.
happen. You understand?
It will change. I will
It's not going
change.
to. It's not going to change. A lady that sees a guy with another lady, maybe for instance, just exchange pleasantry, and that lady starts having issue when they get home.
Yeah.
Trust me, when they get married, it's going to be there.
Oh yes.
The element is there. If you cannot see
Mm-hmm.
what you cannot address during relationship or during courtship, please cut it off. This guy might have seen something like this from this lady, right? Maybe the guy was okay. I don't think my wife will do that. Or when we get married, she's going to stop.
You
Man,
will
it's not going to
change.
stop. It's not going to change. It's going to be there. If you probably go and do a research on this lady background, permit me to say, don't be surprised. Somebody in her family might have done something similar to this. It's like I don't know how to put it. It's a gene. What is there is there. You can't take it away. Some people get angry. Go ahead,
Okay.
please.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Some people have, they get pissed off at every little thing. You say, okay, don't worry. By the time we get married, by the time the kids start coming, get into the family, the lady is going to change or the guy is going to change. Zero. It's not going to change. If you cannot address it at the beginning, please get out of it.
Yeah.
But it's for both ladies and for guys also. I think that's my point. And it's just unfortunate that someone has gone and someone is going to be behind the bar probably for 21 years or for the rest of her life. And I don't think this is really good, in 2022. If your boyfriend or your husband impregnates somebody else, do your investigation. If you're not okay with it, I'm sorry, darling, I'm leaving. Put in for your divorce or involve a lawyer, get out of the marriage and take it somebody's life.
Amen.
It's so annoying. Sorry to say,
Yeah.
it's so annoying. See, that's my point. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Moody. I really, really enjoy your contribution. And
Thanks.
you brought in a new perspective that we didn't look at, which is also very important. Our African people always thinking they have the omnipotence and this messiah personality that you can change other people. You can even yourself. Take smoking for instance. I saw something today, and somebody was saying, someone sent it, I don't know, all these WhatsApp messages and said Think how hard it is for you to change yourself. You have some habits, you've been fighting to change them. You cannot. Within yourself, oh. Just think how hard it is for you to change yourself. Then think how harder it's gonna be for you to change another person. It's impossible. It's impossible. Men do that, women do that. She cannot cook. You say, when we marry now, she will learn, she'll start cooking. But she doesn't know how to cook, oh. And she's not interested in learning how to cook, oh. But you think she will change. No, she will not. She cannot clean. The whole house is smelling, messy everywhere. Dirty person. And you say, once children come now, you will see they will change. You can't change anybody, my people. If you see it, that's what our brother there was saying. In relationship, it's going to be amplified when you are married. Same thing, anger issues. You see somebody, any small thing, they flare, boo, 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 boo. They flare, boo, 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 boo. Run for your life, because that person, the day they will delete you, they will not know. They would have done it before they will now know that, oh, this is what I've done. So please.
Drink it in your mouth.
All right, Amalisha. Amalisha, are you
Yes,
there?
I'm here. Yes,
Okay.
can you hear me?
I'm hearing you. Your baby is dead.
Yes, my baby is playing and disturbing. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
What do
Yeah.
you have to say?
So what I have to say is, this story is so pathetic, but what I have to say about all this is, if you are in a relationship and it's not working, just leave. Just leave the relationship. So, for example, that was years back. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay. Years back, I remember when I was in a relationship. It was in a church. You understand? And my pastor said,
pray.
That my pastor in the church now said that the person is going to get married to me, and the person has to be a pastor in the church too. And we started everything. The relationship was going on. I was engaged. But do you know that this guy, my pastor prophesied that he would get married to me, was sleeping with the pastor's younger sister under my nose? Under my nose. I didn't even know what was going on. I was doing mumu mumu.
So pastor is telling you who to marry? I don't understand.
Pastor told me, I was in the church. I was a choir leader. Okay. So you know how pastors, when they see that you are very active in the church, some of them want to keep you by all means. And I was also working. I was doing a very good job, and a lot of things. I remember when I closed my account for the church, because all these things that we are doing, all of us, we believe in God, but there are things we do and we go too far. And when this guy, happened to he happened to be a pastor also in the church, and the head pastor now called me and prophesied to me and said, this person is your husband, though. You understand? Because of the love and everything that we have for them. I was like, okay, he's my husband. And when the guy now came to me and said he wanted a relationship with me, we started the relationship. But I never knew that his mind was somewhere.
So what did you do when you found out?
Even to the extent that I was even he got me engaged. So when how did I find out? I found out one day his phone was ringing, and the name he used on the caller's name was Dear. So I thought I was in his office. So I thought
you thought you are the Dear. You didn't know you are not Dear.
Yes, so I thought it was me, that maybe that my phone was calling him. I didn't even know that it was someone else. I didn't understand what was going on. So when I saw it, I said, I brought out my phone. My phone, no, they call this person. So I'm not even the Dear. So when he now walked into the office, and I said, who is there? He was like, why are you checking my phone? I said, no, I don't check your phone. You dropped your phone. I saw the phone ringing. And
Oh
the
my
pastor's
God.
wife
Who
called
is
me
there?
into her office. You know what
Mm-hmm.
this woman said? He
Mm-hmm.
said, Nne, I want you to open your eyes. I
Mm-hmm.
said, how? She now said, how is the relationship going? I said, mommy is going fine. And she said, don't allow yourself to be used as a camouflage. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even understand the meaning of that. Till one day, she now invited me to their house. And the purpose of her inviting me to their house was because she has seen that this pastor is doing something with her husband's sister.
Why didn't he
And,
marry the sister then? If he
and
loves the
she could
sister.
not, like I said, you know, these people, they want you to stay in the church. Is their sister, or maybe they want another person for the sister.
Ha.
But the
Oh,
bottom line is, when I now found out what happened, I was heartbroken, because I didn't even know what was going on.
did
I
you like
didn't.
the man? Why were you heartbroken if it was an arranged marriage?
I was heartbroken because everything was happening under my nose, and like I was being used.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
was
you broke
being
up the
used.
engagement.
So yes, I broke up the engagement. I took the ring off and I gave him, and I said, "Take, I'm done. I'm not
Mm.
doing this again." And this one will bring me to people who don't listen to their parents. Honestly, I remember my mom telling me, this person is not for you. I have
Mm.
seen it. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, and that day, I remember that day, I was so pissed with my mom that for
Yeah,
the
I listened to
first
my
time,
mom. Oh. I
eh,
married the person my mom told me to marry.
ha,
I'm not.
I was so I was so pissed with my mom that I angrily walked out on my mom for the first time. And my mom said to me, you said your pastor prophesied to you. Okay,
Prophecy
I will
indeed.
see if your pastor is your mother or your
Parent.
father, your
Mm-hmm.
parents. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see what will happen. After this one, no, it's not because he's a pastor. But what I'm seeing, you are not seeing it.
Mm.
At the end of the day, what I remembered, or I had to go back and apologize to my mother.
Mm.
So
Are you?
all this,
Did you marry? Are you married now?
yes, I'm married.
Did
Yes.
your mom approve?
She approved. I told her about. She said, if you love him, I love him. She approved it.
Okay.
She is in a happy place because I believe she knows that, oh, this person is my daughter's husband. I'm
Okay.
married. I've been married for like 6 years now.
Is it good to you?
Yes, my husband is good to me.
All right. Good. We like to hear good stories as well. Not all the time bad story about
But
marriage.
yeah, exactly. So
Thank
my
you.
my my thing
Mhm.
is I'm so sorry for what happened, but the woman, she really went too far.
Yeah,
She
she did.
took she took it too far, and it's so heartbreaking. It's so
Thank you,
heartbreaking.
Malisha.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Before I leave, I want to say you're so beautiful. I've been following you. I've been trying to come in here, and thank you so much for bringing me in. I love you.
I love you too, Malisha. Pretty. Thank you. And say hello to your good husband and your baby for me, my
All right.
darling.
All right.
Bye,
Thank you.
sweetie. Bye. Oh my God. Marriage palava. I don't know the day we go end, though, my people. It go ever end so? Me, I don't know whether it go end, though. I don't know. We are closing, though. Miriam, you have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So we can be out of here. Hi, Miriam.
Yeah, Auntie B.
Can you
Good
put your TV
afternoon.
off? Yeah.
Good afternoon. Thank you for what you do. We are so appreciative of you. You are
Thank
doing
you.
great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just saying this, and I thought when had the issue on Instagram, I thought they were even old. But looking at the
No,
couples
they're young
here now,
people. They're
yeah,
young.
looking at them is so heartbreaking, honestly. The
Yeah.
guy is young, and the lady also in question is young.
Yeah.
I just want to I just want to use my story probably because the way women, especially our Nigerian women, the
Hmm.
way the rate at which they take this marriage of a thing
Hmm. Hmm.
is becoming so scary.
Hmm.
because I'm a mother of 3 boys. It's so scary. I don't know what the issue are, but I don't just know. I just want, maybe people should draw from my experience.
Okay,
My
quickly,
first
please.
marriage, I left at the age of 26 in my first marriage with 3 children
Hmm.
back in
26.
Nigeria.
You
I
already had
left,
3 children at 26.
I married my first husband, my first boyfriend. I
Wow.
married at the age of 20. At 26, I had 3 boys.
Wow.
So when after my graduation, I started seeing the red flags, and being my first boyfriend, I didn't know anything. So I was complaining. But then my mom was like, don't worry, you were in school. When you graduate and move into Lagos, probably things will change. But when I moved in for my NYC, things were getting worse. This guy, he provided everything for me, but it wasn't really what I wanted. He was very abusive physically, verbally abusive. He provides everything. He has the money, but the marriage was a total. It was just opposite of what I had wished for myself as a young girl.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't. I told my mom, I said, if I'm in this marriage, I won't get to 30. But
Hmm.
Nigerian mom now, they wouldn't want you to get out of your marriage. And this person is also from my village. They are very well to do. The whole family, they are very rich. So at that time, I had made up my mind. I told my family, because I'm the last born of 8 children. So everybody was like, you must stay in that marriage. I shut them off, and I made my plan of exit. I kept to myself. I was just planning. I got my first job. I was saving money. That was December, because I planned. I said I wouldn't get to this marriage. I wouldn't stay here till 27. I had to leave. So I planned on how to live with my children, and I left with my children.
Hmm.
My last baby was 6 months old when I left. He was even breastfeeding. The
Ah.
first one was 4+. The second one was 3+.
Hmm.
I left. Everybody was, Miriam, are you okay? Living at that age, people they thought I had mental issue,
Hmm.
but I blot out everybody. I didn't want to hear because I have always had mind of my own.
You
I
made up
I
your mind.
I've made up my mind, because people were saying me, you had everything, you drive, you live in a good
Because
place,
they always
you
look at the outward things
it
like cars
was
and
the
houses.
money thing. Even when I told people that I was leaving, they were like,
Mm-hmm.
are you okay? You drive all kinds of cars, you live in Lekki. What are you looking for? I said, I was looking at them. I said, anyway, I had made up my mind. So
Mm-hmm.
when I left, I saved up my money. I think the problem in Nigeria is a lot of women, they are so dependent of their men.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
Even
because
if
someone
even
like you that married early, were you working by the time you got married? Because you
Yes,
married your boyfriend.
I got my first job in that marriage. Actually, it was even my brother-in-law who got me the job.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got it, my mind was to leave. So I was just saving my salary. I was saving, doing my business, saving money until I got money for my rent. Because I knew if I go to my family's house, they wouldn't accept me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to rent a place for me and my children. So lucky enough, this guy, because of the pride, how arrogant and proud he was like, I would crawl the whole of Lagos begging
And
him and
come
his
back.
family.
Mm-hmm.
He cut me off from the children. He wasn't paying school fees. He wasn't bringing up keep. He wasn't doing anything. And I made up my mind. I said, I will never go. I told him, I said, the day I come back to you, I will commit suicide.
You
So
don't
it
use
was
that
like,
word here. Hey,
oh,
Miriam.
so sorry, so
Hey,
sorry that I will
whoa.
buy myself. So
Mm.
it was like a debate. We just drew the line. And because of that, I was working so hard. I
Hmm.
was working so hard to provide for my children at that tender age. I was working, I was doing everything, my business, working any money from everywhere. And I made sure. So they saw that, oh, this girl, she had made up her mind. That same job my brother-in-law got me, he called the managing director for them to sack me.
Wow.
It
For
was
them to
about
make you miserable.
just to make me, because they said I must come back. And at that time, my brother-in-law, he's very rich, so he was giving me a lot of businesses. He cut it off. I said, no problem. He cut off everything. So lucky enough, my boss was a woman. She was going through divorce. So she called me and was asking me what happened. I told her. She said anyway that her hands are tied, that I should start looking for another job before they sack me. So I from their family, I had already made my own contact. So I had to start talking to people, and God by my side. Within 3 weeks, I got another job, even job better, far better than the one I was in.
Wow.
I got into an international company.
Wow.
So at that stage, I had jumped 1,000 miles away from them. He was stalking me. He was doing everything. He was sending people after me. But I told him, because I knew he was the one doing everything. So at every point in time, I will call him and tell him, stop threatening just leave me alone. I will never, even you become the president of Nigeria, I will not come back to you. Just marry another woman. And everything they did to me backfired against them. So that was 2014. I filed for divorce. And do you know, Auntie B, because he wasn't paying school fees, he wasn't paying upkeep, he wasn't doing everything, I was granted custody of my children till they
in
become
Nigeria.
18.
Are you sure you were in Nigeria?
Auntie B, I'm in US now.
I know that time. At that time,
because the judge were like, when we went to judge, he was bragging because they have the money. So when the judge, I was just blessed. God blessed me with a lot of good people on my way. So the judge were like, where are the evidences that you are paying school fee? He couldn't provide none. No single receipts. No bank wiring or transfer of child upkeep. At that time, I provided everything. Because of that, the judge found me responsible and gave me the custody of my 3 boys.
Wow.
Even when I was leaving for US, they stopped me at the immigration and said I should bring the document that shows that I brought my divorce, everything, and the custom people read it and asked me to go. I brought my children are living with me. I am married. I'm happily married. I married in Nigeria, and my husband accepted me and my children. All of us came to US.
You alone. Wow. Your story is a testimony. Jesus.
I've been waiting to give my testimony in your channel, but I'm just trying to put myself together. I've forgiven him. I'm happy. I'm in a very happy place now. I got, even when I was married, they tried to block my marriage, but my marriage went through.
You're a strong woman, no? Your family supported you, right?
They had no choice, because I left that marriage when I left 2011. That was exactly 10 years now. I got married again 2017, and after my marriage, I and my children came to US.
Wow.
3 of them. They are here now. They are grown-ups. So I just want to use it to encourage a lot of women. You can do more. Marriage is not, I don't know, marriage is not, you can accomplish more. You can do more. Marriage is not it's not a title. For me, I don't know, because I don't see the way a lot of women see marriage. I see it as a good thing, but if it's not working, even if you don't have means of living, plan your way. Plan your way and live. Plan your way and live.
This is powerful testimony.
And to be
Miriam, why did you come and tell us the full story? This will encourage a lot of women and people who are just generally, staying in really abusive situation, to know that there's life after marriage. At least there's life outside.
My abuse was because then I was I lost my self-confidence, and to be, At that time, I
Mm-mm.
couldn't even, if I go to work, I can't talk where other girls were talking because there were times I would be in traffic, I would just forget myself. I would be driving, but I've
Mm.
forgotten myself. I was
Yeah.
like, I said, what kind of life you are, because people were saying me, I live in Lekki, I drive cars, I do the, I was like, I said,
They don't know what you're going through in those.
they
So
don't know that I'm even, I was, I don't know, I never, I didn't have life.
So for this woman now, well, I'm so happy for you, Mary, and congratulations. You are a very strong woman. In fact, I admire your strength. I admire your tenacity and, making up your mind in a place like Nigeria with all the Ariwoja. But you said, no way, I'm moving. So a woman like this now that we're talking about, this woman that deleted her husband now, what do you think she should have done to avoid it since the husband impregnated a man? To avoid anybody deleting anybody is not acceptable under any circumstances.
Honestly, Auntie B, I think probably in my own thoughts, yeah, I think she premeditated this whole thing.
Mm,
She planned it because
yeah,
I'm saying this because I have lived in Nigeria all my life, and I'm saying it the way average Nigerian women think. If they can't have it, no other woman will have it.
can have it, especially because they built a hotel. She's probably
Yes,
thinking,
because
I
of
was with you.
assuming that man
I
doesn't have
struggled with you.
anything. Assuming that man does not have anything, she would have
Mm,
just walked away easily. But she felt I wouldn't lose this hotel. This hotel is everything, is
mm-mm.
my life, is
Oh,
my
my
money,
shit.
is her source. So for
Mm-mm.
her to leave that is like he rather buy the guy
When
than
she can
her
just
living
go ahead and start
that
afresh.
massive hotel for
Eh?
another woman to enjoy.
Oh, God.
That's just an
Mm.
average Nigerian women. Average Nigerian. That is how they process.
Oh, my
Because
sure.
the material things is like heaven to them. It's like the whole world.
And you walked away from your own without looking back.
That even my present husband, he will like, because all of us are from Imo State. He was like, I know the family you are married into. I walked out. You know the funny thing, Auntie B, I left with nothing.
And you 3 children.
The only thing I left was my children's clothes and my clothes. Because I didn't want in a way they will say that I'm a gold digger. That in the first place, I came into the marriage to come and dig gold. So
How did he allow you to take the children in a place like
I planned
Nigeria?
it, Auntie B. I had to, because
Ah.
we lived in an estate. The estate people wouldn't have left me.
Wow.
I only left with my clothes. I packed everything with my nanny. I planned it with my nanny. We packed everything, put inside the car. The children had already gone to school, so I went to their school and picked them as if I'm picking them from school run. That was it. I picked them up and then changed all of them. I changed their schools.
You are what they call Nwanyike. That's what you are. In Igbo land, you are an Nwanyike, strong woman, very determined, so organized. You just calculate yourself that
I
I need to
planned
get
it
out.
and my nannies followed me because they saw what I was going through. They saw what I was going through.
So she should have just left. This woman should have just left.
It is for me, it's very easy. You just walked away. Because even I could remember my last pregnancy, this guy abused me. It was my landlady that took me to the hospital. I woke up in the hospital. So it was that time I made up my mind. I said, anyway, let me put to bed, finish everything. My baby was 6 months, exactly 6 months when I left.
When you left?
And I said I wouldn't leave my children for this guy. So I planned it so well. And I left with them. And I'm so happy. My kids are here with me. They are growing in front of me. I'm just so happy, Auntie B.
Does he have a relationship with the children? Do they have a relationship with their dad, the biological dad?
Because at the time I was very angry. So I cut him off generally. But 2 years ago, I tried to establish a contact with the kids. But the guy is just a Mongo Park. That's just the truth. And you know, is this
He's
type he
not
wanted to.
interested in talking to his children.
He wants to, but he started asking the children about my life and my marriage.
Okpario.
He wants to know how I and my husband are. So he wants to put himself in my own marriage now. So, and I
Is he
wouldn't want
married
that.
himself?
I don't think he's married. He's not married for 10 years now.
Wow.
He's living a Lagos boy life.
Congratulations, Miriam. You are a strong woman. Wow.
Yeah.
I admire you. I admire you. You just, this show was so depressing. You see the way I'm looking. I've been looking so downcast because the story is so depressing. But you just like when a very cold winter day and then you just see sunshine and everywhere just brightens up and it's warm all of a sudden. That's what you just done for us tonight. Thank you so much for sharing. I
Thank you, Aunt.
totally love talking to you.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Auntie B. You are doing a great job, honestly. I admire you so much.
Thank you.
I so admire you. I'm calling from California anyway. I live in California.
Okay, all right. Massive congratulations and well
Thank you,
done.
Auntie B.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
You're going to inspire a lot of women with your testimony tonight. Thank you so much.
I love to do that. I
Thank
love
you.
to do that.
Thank you. Have a good
Bye-bye.
evening, my dear.
And you
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow. I'm not taking anymore. We have to end it on this note because Marian has just broken she's scattered all the table. What are you doing there? If it's not working, leave. This is the foundation of the whole wahala of people deleting people. One person just needs to leave. If you leave, there's no need for deletion. Now that you've deleted, you're going to be deleted. Simple. So I'm just going to end. Thank you so much to all my callers. Miriam, you're on top of that list. Diamond caller, God bless you for sharing. And I'm just going to summarize some of the points that I took that I usually like to take notes down. I'm a writer and a reader, so if you see my table in my studio, I have notepads everywhere. I write constantly. So I have some notes that I've taken down here. And some of the points, I just run through them in summary. Lack of emotional control is why women and men are deleting each other all in the name of marriage. Control your emotion. If you need to go and see a doctor about it to give you medication that will calm you down if you are too hyper, please do. Because if you say you can't use temperament or anger or wrath in the court of law to say, oh, it's the wrath came upon me, it was too much, that's why I did it. They will lock you up. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Think about it. Think about your children. Think about your life. Be like Marian. Plan yourself, strategize, and live. Don't go and delete anybody. Please. It's not necessary. Marriage, there's no marriage in heaven, only on this earth. And if it's not working, it's okay. Yeah, Marian is goals. She's goals. Yeah. And a lot of us are walking around with generational trauma. Africans. A friend of mine does a lot of work in Nigeria around parenting, intentional parenting. I'll bring her to the show one of these days. We've done a show together in Nigeria. She lives in Abuja. And I was just saying to her today on Instagram that her work is so relevant because we have a lot of damaged parents raising damaged children in our community. Our people will not invest in improving themselves by reading. They will not improve themselves. Even to watch videos, they will complain it's too long. So how are you going to get better? They won't go to therapy. I begin to ask myself, is therapy only for white people? They would not seek help, but you are ill. The only kind of help that our community seek help for is physical ailments. When you have leg pain or chest pain or whatever is wrong with you physically. Mental health and emotional health is also very important. This thing that happened now, it's not physical illness, so now mental something that pushed her to, she just lost her senses and decided to go and iron. This woman just sit down and say, okay, what can I do to this man? No, let me give him something that will make him sleep. Probably grinded Valium. You know that thing in Nigeria they call Valium 5. Grinded it in his drink or food. The man eat and poor man sleep finish. We're not excusing his behavior, but there is nothing on earth that somebody would do that will make you want to delete them. Nothing. No. Impregnate somebody. Yeah. If you can't take it, leave. Your baton. It's simple. If you can, stay and be managing. Financial empowerment, we cannot even overemphasize it. The reason why a lot of women are stuck in these marriages is because they depend on their husband for everything. Young ladies, teenagers, young women that are on this platform, if you are not financially empowered, I beg, don't think about marriage, especially if you are in Africa, where there are no systems or structure to support you. If you are in a DV situation or you are experiencing any kind of things, do not even think about marriage. Think about building yourself up first. What am I going to do? What business can I do? People are not thinking about one job now. People are having a career. They are thinking about a second income. Women, please, your husband and children is not your job. It's not your job. Husband and wife, your husband and children is very good. I love my family, but they are not my job. I want to have a life outside my family. I don't want to run to my husband every minute. Give me £5 to buy Maggie. Give me £10 to. If my husband put £1,000 down, I won't put £1,000. Now that one they make the thing they sweet. Your husband is not your ATM. Women, empower yourselves. That's why you cannot leave. That's why you want to do or die. Say, this man, no man can marry him. It's me. I'm the one that has him. Did they join on an umbilical cord when they born you? Your umbilical cord were tied together as twins. Build yourself up, Gigi. Yeah, very, very important. And manage your anger, your wrath. Please manage it. Communication. We talked about communication. It is key. Words. Use words. Learn how to express yourself. Talk. Don't bottle things up to, a point where you cannot even control yourself anymore. And you now say, okay, today I will deal with you. A lot of people are saying that this is premeditated, that she's planned it because of, things that have been happening in the scene. I'm sure if we go and find this man's family member now, they will tell us, hey, this is what she's been doing. Men experience domestic violence as well, and women are perpetrators. It's just that, generally, men don't speak out. It's women's own that we hear, because we women, we are louder. We talk more. We express ourselves more. We are quick to run out and shout and things like that. And then we need to continue to reorientate ourselves in our community regarding our attitude towards marriage. Very, very important. What we've been preconceived notions in our head, ideas and ideologies that we have in our head about marriage, religion, culture, tradition has brainwashed us. Stay there, don't go anywhere, stay there. People are dying, you say stay there. This is why they are buying each other. That's why they are deleting each other. People that are happy, they know they delete each other now. People that have a very, good relationship, they are happy. They know they delete, they know they fight. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up. It's not do or die. Please. And lastly, what I'm just going to say is that what one of our brothers that called in said, that whatever you see during courtship, I know a lot of us, it's women that are mostly guilty of this. You say, it will change. Somebody came on this channel and told us, how many of you remember that story of Iyabo in Canada? I still remember that one very vividly. There are so many stories on this channel that I struggle sometimes to remember. Iyabo said that when she was dating her husband in Nigeria, that when she comes to his house, she used to meet him sleeping with other women in the room. So she would wait outside until he finished doing with that woman. Then when the woman go, then she will not come inside. But she still went ahead to marry him. She got pregnant for him. How did you ever think that kind of a man can change? See, whatever you see now, it will be amplified 1,000 times when he's married. If that is what he's doing when you were dating, he will do it because you've already seen it. Doesn't mean you can stop him. Marriage does not change people. Please. Marriage doesn't change anybody. He's a philanderer, he's a philanderer. It won't change. Please, women, stop playing this game of thinking that you are, you have this power. God has not given any power to you to change anybody. You see that he's smoking, he goes out, he likes the lifestyle, he hangs out in clubs. This is his lifestyle, he's not going to change. You see some Christian sisters that even Christians, gone, they will go and say, I will pray him to change. My God will answer my prayer. He will stop. He will be a change man. You don't Torah and you are deceiving yourself. It won't happen. And then you get frustrated. And things will get complicated. And if there is abuse, please do like Miriam. Oh, don't delete anybody. Oh, run. Whatever kind of abuse, because cheating is a form of abuse as well. It's emotional abuse. Okay, so whatever kind of abuse there is, whether you are the perpetrator, the man is the perpetrator, whatever, just leave. It's okay to leave. That's what we need to emphasize. There's no marriage in heaven. Who marry, you go leave. Who no marry, you go leave. It's okay. Think about your mental health, your emotional health. Women, please. Now we carry this marriage for head though. Men no carry am for head though. To be honest, now women, ha. African women, Nigerian women. Jesus Christi. Wow. May God help us. Thank you very much, everyone that has called in. I hope we've learned one or two things. If you've not learned anything from this show tonight, hopefully Marian's story would have encouraged somebody listening out there. I had a very, very funny story today that I spoke to a lady in one of these European country that the husband brought from Africa. I beg now, don't help me see where person they use the madness to do play before. That he said that he said in the play for 4 months that he was playing and he was acting like he was mad, that he's lost his mind, mental health. Now don't see him before. When she was telling me the story, I say, yeah, sorry, you, my dear. You've come to enter. You marry somebody that is mentally sick. I've never heard of a thing like that before. The man is not well. He told you, oh, I was just pretending. He said he was pretending for months. 4 months he was pretending to be mentally sick, mentally challenged. So I told her, I said, okay, don't worry, what you want to do now that you are here, if you like, go and be having children. Pien, 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 pien. No son I like to born. Pien, 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 every day be having children. Or go to the doctor and put yourself on the pill or whatever you need to, contraception that you need to bed control that you need to put so that you don't get pregnant. So you can plan your life. Women, we just need to be sensible. Honestly, we just need to be smart like Marian. See Marian. I like women that are strategic. This is the second woman that's just really, she busts my brain. The other one too is an Igbo woman in Australia. You guys remember her? Very strategic woman. So what am I going to do? This man is high, he's mighty, he's powerful. Okay, me too, I'm small, but I have my ways. She arranged everything. These are the woman, this kind of stories we love to hear. Miriam, we need to hear that full story. You need to come back and start it from the beginning because today is rush because it's another show. They will now start saying I felt pregnant. God bless you, opinionated Jen. That word, if you see the way it annoys me, I felt pregnant. You somersaulted pregnant, not only pregnant. Women, please, take it easy. Don't be abusive, whether physically or, emotionally by, they curse. Some women, if they carry their joko sit down today, they go curse man. Tell her all the story of in life. They go think about the well-being of your children. If you they curse man, you they teach your children say it's okay. When they're married, I would say they will go do with that. Anything you are doing, think about your children. Because children, they learn more by observation than anything. I would say that they see. No matter what you they tell them. 2 people came here tonight. 2 ladies, different ladies came and told about their own experiences growing up, what they saw. Not me say couples know they quarrel, they get disagreement, but that's one where you be say every day now go they curse each other, they fight. So you're not good. Please. If you don't save yourself, you don't think about your own, think about your children. We need to break this cycle. Generational trauma is too much. People are suffering from PTSD and they are not seeking for help. That's why there are so many Mongo Park. Sometimes I feel sorry for Mongo Parks as well. It's not that they want to be Mongo Parks. Some of them, This is all they know. This is what they've seen their fathers do. So this is all they know. This is how they act. It is well, oh. May God help us. Henry, you say you repent on behalf of all men. We can't put that burden on you. You are not Jesus Christ, but it's well. I understand where you are coming from. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Give this video a thumbs up. And I have an update on Sam Oposo. Okay? I have an update on Sam Oposo and African doll situation. I'll probably post that video. I'll do that video. It's not going to be a live show. I can't do the live again. I can't do the live, but I will post it this weekend. Yeah. And then I'll post it today, tomorrow or Saturday when I can get to it. But I'll give you the update. All right. African Doll has something to tell you guys, and Sam Oposo apologized to her, and I will brief you what happened. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. I appreciate you. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? If you're watching on TV, you can't subscribe. Oh, you see here, this is what we do here. We give information, we give advice, advocacy. This is what we do. This is our main, this is our main subject that we do on this platform if you are new and you didn't know us. Okay? We don't do scandal. We don't do all that, pastor story. Our thing here is giving information, empowering people to make informed decisions and choices regarding very traumatic and disturbing situations like relationships, domestic violence. And we give this platform to anybody who's going through this situation. Come and share your story. We'll help you as best as we can. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. My next live show is going to be on Sunday. And it's going to be a really good one. A really good one. So make it a date with me on Sunday. I'll see you then. Thank you so much, Amoye. Appreciate you. Gigi, love you very much. Have a good evening. Bye, guys. Ezekiel, good night. God bless you. Thank you all so much. I love you guys. Bye. Please give this video a thumbs up. Bye.